Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Memorial Stadium here in Scranton, Pennsylvania for the opening game of the 2008 New England Knights season. We'll have plenty of football action, the first of 10 regular season games. I'm Ken Kendall Gregory.
And I am Big Daddy Cool Vinnie Apicella here live with you on AudioSportsOnline.net. And you can probably hear feedback, so I'm going to take my earpiece out and actually go on the phone.
Anyway, this is the Knights football season ending up. They're looking to rebound from a somewhat of a tough season last year. They finished the year at 5-5, and then lost in the first round of the playoffs last year to finish at 5-6, which is very uncustomary for New England Knights football.
You're right about that, and basically it was an unknightly season, so to speak, at 5-5, and we just barely got that fifth win from an overturn. In reality, we went 4-6, but we had gone on protest with that one game against Charlestown and won the protest, so it gave us 5-5. But other than that, we did have a very disappointing season for the Knights.
So the Knights were pretty much the peasants last year.
Yeah, pretty much. And King Arthur was nowhere to be found.
But anyways, this the new season and new league. Do you want to bring us in on that?
That's right. We are in a new league this year. It is the RASL. It is the Regional American Football League, the Eastern Division. And this league will cover the, tri-state area of Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. And today we're in Scranton, Pennsylvania. So we do have, obviously, nine other regular season games. And we also have this game right here, which we are in Scranton, PA, against the NEPA, not NEPA, but the NEPA Miners, which means Northeastern Pennsylvania Miners.
Funny story about all this is that we thought it was actually a town in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's right, we did. And boy, were we surprised when we got here. We are at the beautiful Scranton Memorial Stadium in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is normally home to 3 high school teams, Scranton High, West Scranton High, and Scranton Prep. So we got a pretty good rivalry there.
And this is a very good football town, and it's actually an old mining town like Pittsfield was last year, but there's a lot of people in this town. This is home to the 3 schools, the Western Scranton Invaders, the Scranton Knights. I'm not sure what the prep school name is, but I was told that this is a great football town. They draw up to 15,000 fans a game for high school games on Friday night.
That's pretty good. I mean, there's definitely nowhere near 15,000 fans here. There's maybe about 20, if that. But there's only like 4 on the New England Knights side. But it looks to be a good game. The NEPA Miners are already 2-0, as the season started 2 weeks ago, and the Knights must have had 2 bye weeks. And we have another one coming up Labor Day weekend. But we're ready for some football. The stripes officials are out on the field and going over the ground rules. We're going to be starting pretty soon. And this is not only being broadcast live on AudioSportsOnline.net, but also it will be put on tape delay on the new Sportswire Entertainment Radio. And I will have that site for you next week, as I still haven't memorized it myself. But yes, this will be the very first program on Sportswire Entertainment Radio.
And we're going to have different things on there, too. I'm going to have an hour block with Vincent Tagliardi doing sports, and, he wants to do a segment on poker. Why am I not surprised? What else we got going on?
Well, we also have a few other shows that are in pre-production right now. Dr. J is putting together a freestyle music show. We got Wally Pip doing Shooting from the Hip or something to that effect. But we are going to have a lot of programming. Stu Leonard's in Newington, Connecticut, has a softball team, and their softball games will be broadcast on Sportswire Entertainment Radio.
Now, wait a minute. How the heck is Wally Pip doing a spot on your radio station when he died 60 years ago?
I have no idea. Maybe back from the grave.
Oh, yeah. But everything's getting set to go here. The Knights and the NEPA team, the NEPA Miners, are getting set to get going here, and we'll bring you all the action. I'll be your play-by-play guy, and Vinnie will be my color guy.
That's right, and I see a lot of color out there right now. I see a lot of good cheerleaders, too.
Easy, big guy, easy. The game hasn't even started yet.
That's right. The cheerleaders are on the field. That's the place where I want to be. Sounds good to me.
We'll be back on audiosportsonline.net with the opening kickoff.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Cool Vinnie Apicella back here with you on audiosportsonline.net and Sportswire Entertainment Radio. While Ken Dog Gregory is out getting the starting lineups for us, I'm going to basically go over a little bit more pregame while the officials are out giving the ground rules to the two coaches. Remember, the New England Knights are coached by Greg Volpe, who is in the Minor League Football Hall of Fame, and he's going into a ton of years with the Knights and the Chiefs, the Connecticut Chiefs. Before that, I'll get the exact number in just a little bit. But the Knights will be in a white shirts with purple trim and black pants, while the NEPA Miners are going to be in black shirts with yellow trim and yellow numbers and yellow pants. They kind of look like school crossing guards to me. But anyways, just want to let everybody know out there that this is going to be our second season broadcasting the New England Knights on audiosportsonline.net. And next week will be our first home game at Sage Park in Berlin, Connecticut. So if you're out there listening, please come on down at Sage Park on the Berlin Turnpike in Berlin, Connecticut. They will house 3 of our home games this season, and Waterbury Municipal Stadium will house the other 2. I will have the exact dates for everything next week, as I have to admit I'm a little unprepared this week. I didn't exactly get everything that I needed. However, as they're announcing the starting lineups, Ken Gregory is out there getting the starting lineups, and we'll relay them to you. And it looks like number 92 is starting, and actually Kenny. Okay. Well,
I'm back now. Here's the starting lineups for your New England Knights. The wide receiver, number 3, Ricky Rivera. Quarterback, number 9, Mark Moore. Running back, number 23, John Chisholm. The tight end and running back, number 37, Nick Susko. Line, number 64, Mark Rodriguez. Number 75, Marty Wyman. Number 79, Nergis Galazakis. Number 14, Jeff Coop is the wide receiver. At line, number 76, Bill Gibson. And tight end, number 81, Ivan Schmidt.
All right, Kenny, thanks for that starting lineup for your New England Knights. And once again, we remind you this is New England Knights football live on audiosportsonline.net. As we see the NEPA Miners in the middle of the field jumping up and down like a bunch of miners, as we're going to get set for the national anthem. And we will be back with you shortly on audiosportsonline.net.
As we're getting set here for the coin flip here at good old Scranton Memorial Stadium, the captains for the Knights are Ricky Rivera, Jeff Coop, Nick Susko, Bill Gibson, and Mark Rochia. As they get set for the coin toss, the captains for NEPA is quarterback J.T. Antosh. He is the starting quarterback. Number 68, Iad El-Bada. Number 80, Matt Fancook. Number 92, Malcolm Singleton. And number 22, Donnie Jackson Day. So we're going to see what's going on here with the coin toss. It's already been done. Looks like New England won the toss and elected to receive to start the ball game. So we're back here after the national anthem for the first kickoff of the 2008 RAFL season between the Miners and the Knights. So you're listening to it on audiosportsonline.net.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem by some singer that I don't know the name of, but it is a local NEPA personality.
Yeah, we are back. And we're set the opening kickoff here as New England won the toss and elected to receive. So they're going to try and get on the board first here.
Let's hope this season is going to be a nice rebound season for the New England Knights after a highly upsetting last season. However, the Knights are coming out of the field. They will be going from right to left on your computer screen as you're listening.
Now, the coaches for today's games for the hometown Northeastern Pennsylvania Miners is Daniel LaMagna. He is the owner, head coach, and the offensive coordinator. For the New England Knights, the legendary Hall of Famer, Greg Volpe.
That's right, Greg Volpe in the Minor League Football Hall of Fame.
Yep, and I'll tell you later on, we'll have a nice little story about one of the assistant coaches for the Miners and his abilities or thereof. As the kick is underway, kicking it off is number 7, Sebastian Jerzin. Kick picked up by number 18. I don't have an 18 on my scoreboard.
Number 18. I don't have it either.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Well, anyway, it's brought out, and it'll be placed down at the 29-yard line of New England. Pardon me, the 28. So there goes our first mess up.
Yeah.
And we're exactly 10 seconds in. So now Mark Moore will be under center for the Knights as he tries to get them started off on the right foot here as Susko and Chisholm in an I formation in the backfield. 3 receivers set as Ricky Rivera goes in motion as the pitch is to Chisholm. They drop behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 5 yards. They'll be down at the 23-yard line. A loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Not a good start. It looks like NEPA read the run from the Knights, but of course it's so early in the game. These will be 15-minute quarters.
And again, NEPA is 2-0 to start this young season. And I noticed here, unlike the place where we played last year in West Haven, they have a time clock here for the play clock. So it didn't take forever. They can't take forever to get the plays off.
That's a good thing.
As Mark Moore is under center, gets set, takes the snap.
That looks like it was offside.
Looks like it actually might be a false start against New England.
You're kidding. You know, the number 68 falls straight over the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what goes on here. Actually, they're calling it offside, so New England will get their 5 yards back.
They better call that offside because I saw number 68 clearly jump offside. There was no false start in New England.
That's 68, Iad Albada. Now, well, you know, also one thing that makes the defensive linemen jump off is even if one of the linemen flinches, that can set them off. And then they can call it on him. So Susko in the backfield along with 14, Jeff Coote. As Moore's on the center with a 3-receiver set. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looks right. Throws. Underthrown. And it is almost picked off. The pass was intended for Jeff Coote. But it's all been completed as Moore underthrew that ball at 3rd and 10.
And Ivan Schmidt looked like he only had one defender on him over here on the near side compared to Coop being under double coverage.
So the first pass of the year by Mark Moore didn't have enough mustard on it. But that's what happens when you first start during the season. You have to warm up.
That's right. We should have had at least one scrimmage game. But that's the call on the owner, not on me.
Let's not start calling out the owner already. As Moore takes the snap, he's back to pass. He has a lot of pressure. Fires. It is.
Yes, it was caught.
It was caught by 14 Coop. So Moore has his first completion of the season, but it only gains about 6 yards. It'll be 4th and 4, and they'll have to kick it away.
Yeah, and that looked like it was almost intercepted itself. But Coop held on to it, and he got the yardage, but it's still going to be a punt situation here tonight.
And Mike Hominick is actually out there. He's going to kick it for New England.
You can tell by the bare foot.
Yep. Well, it's 2 different shoes. So the Miners have a man back deep. They have his own 25-yard line. Hominick will kick from his 23.
That was like offside a little bit.
Just got getting it off is Hominick, and a beautiful bounce for New England as it heads back to the 15, and nailed there immediately is number 22 for NEPA. That is Johnny Jackson Ray, as he's hit immediately by New England, Jonathan Haslam. So they'll start deep in their own territory. So it's particularly on the 34, and now they're knocked all the way back to the 12.
And that was a good kick by Hominick. It took a beautiful high bounce into the NEPA territory, and Jackson Bay has been with a number of minor league football teams. He's been playing for 11 years in minor league football.
And thanks to that beautiful bounce by Hominick, that was a 54-yard punt. So under center is James P. Antosh for the Miners as he gets set for their first drive. Both teams run a lot of I formation, but also they have two receivers, both to the right, as the handoff goes to Damon Saxon, who's driven back by the Knights defense, and the Knights were all over that one. There's a host of tacklers.
That is the most Knights defense I've seen. This game obviously is the first play, but that was more Knights defense than I even saw last season. So the Knights look to be in good form. You are brutal.
So that gained about a quarter of a yard. He'll stay second down and 10.
Hey, I'm giving him a compliment.
As Antosh is under center.
Looks like he's changing up the play.
Split receivers here. Takes the snap. The handoff to Saxton, heads forward, gains about, looks like 4. It'll be third down and 5. So Saxton gets his first positive yards of the game. And a big third down here. The Knights would love to go 3-and-out on their first defensive side of the ball.
And number 4, Terry Mitchell checks into the game.
Mitchell was New England's interception leader last year. And a whistle. Let's see what's going on here. Coach Volpe called for timeout.
Very early in the game. Not for me to question Coach Volpe, but at only less than 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, remember, it might have been a personnel situation there.
You're right about that. Well, it's also a water break. It is about 95 degrees down here in Pennsylvania.
So all you listening in Connecticut, it's a little bit hotter down here.
And not to mention, if you're listening in Connecticut, chances are you're in some air conditioning. Well, they're listening on the computer.
True. But they got a nice breeze going outside, though. We're about to head out in a minute, maybe do it from outside.
Works for me.
It's a little warm out here. Well, the timeout's over now as the Water Boys get to scamper back to the sideline. It'll be third down and 5 here for the Miners. New England went 3-and-out, and now New England's trying to hold the Miners to a 3-and-out.
Let's hope Coach Volpe got everybody on the same page now, and it helps out.
As New England is in a 3-4 defense, as Antosh is back to pass, throws over the middle, complete, wide open was number 84, Joe Polisic, and he gains 22 yards and a first down.
And that didn't work out quite that well.
But Polisic was wide open. Nobody was near him.
You're right. Polisic in his first year with the Miners, he was an all-state baseball player for Kutztown University. And he's tight end now for the Miners.
So the Miners have a first and 10 at their own 38-yard line. I'll tell you a couple of changes as well. Last year, Dwight Dozer and DiMartino wore number 54. This year's number 1.
That's right.
And he's the number 1 Dozer.
Mm-hmm.
So Antosh under center here, first and 10 from their own 38. Takes the snap. They had fake handoff, and giving chase is Brown, but he gets away and scampers and gets hit and down as he gets hit by about 3 different Knights. I guess they're trying to kill the quarterback.
Brown lost his footing somehow on the turf field while chasing Antosh, and that's what allowed Antosh to get away.
A gain of 4 yards in the play will be 2nd and 6.
And Brown had him if he had not lost his footing.
D. Brown, one of those many guys that are still here, though, that from the championship years.
Yes, sir, and he is a veteran on the team.
Rivera is one of the wide receivers, one of the most experienced. This is his 9th season with the Knights. He is one of the captains. So 2nd and 6 here for the Miners. They're in the first quarter. They're at their own 42.5-yard line. Antosh takes the snap, takes the pass, throws long down the field. He might have a wide receiver. The throw just overthrown. It was intended for Fancook. And it is incomplete. 3rd down and about 5.5. I'll tell you, Antosh has quite a little bit of an arm there.
He does. He's impressing me with his throws. And he overthrew that one. Last year we were so used to Jared Corbin underthrowing everybody. And to see people overthrowing, that's pretty good. Hey, controversy creates cash. Remember that.
Touché.
I remember my views are my personal opinion and not that of the New England Knights.
Well, you never
put that disclaimer on it.
Well, you never know. It's 3rd and about 5.5. Antosh under center. And what we got here, flags down. Looks like it's a false start against the Miners. That'll back him up 5 yards. And it'll now be
seeing DiMartino rush in at him.
I guess DiMartino is a dozer, and I'll tell you, he knows how to get those linemen shaken up, as they'll now be 3rd and 10. So it's now 3rd and long instead of 3rd and short.
It looks like it's 3rd and 11, just by where the ball is being placed.
Yep, so 3rd and 11. So New England has a golden opportunity to get out of this one.
That's right.
So 2 penalties already for the Miners. A split pro-form backfield for the Miners as the pass is thrown complete to number 82, Jeremy Kendrick, and that's good enough for 13 yards and another 1st down.
It looks like the Miners are going for the short plays, and I think that's what the Knights have to focus on, is that they are going for the short plays instead of the long bomb. So Coach Volpe has to regroup his team and show them to stay inside. And we got about 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
I can't see through the big bullhorn of a speaker. So 1st and 10, just inside Knights territory at their 49-yard line of the Knights. Antosh takes the snap. The handoff goes to Jackson Ray, and he's tied up, and they got him for a loss. Looks like he lost at least 3, and they're back in Miners territory. And I'll tell you, the first tackler didn't get broken. He wasn't hit for more than just 3 yards. The ball is placed at the Miners 48, almost 49. It'll be 2nd and about 13. So good play by the Knights to knock them back. But so far, it looks like the 3rd downs have been the Achilles heel on this drive.
You're right about that, and that's why I said they keep going for the short passes, and that's what they're getting inside all the Knights' defense.
But the way Antosh throws the ball, I think part of the short passes, they might get along. Antosh hands off to Jackson Ray, tackled immediately by Edward Lewis, D.J. Lewis. He's knocked back for a 2.5-yard loss, and it'll be 3rd down.
And he knocked him sillier than a peccoon.
So it'll be 3rd and 14. Great play by Lewis to get in there and wrap him up.
That's right. He read that right off the handoff, and he was right there. So now it'll be 3rd and 14. Watch for the short pass.
They've already converted 2 3rd and longs already. A 3rd and 10 and a 3rd and 11. Now this one's from 14. Antosh is under center. A 4-receiver set, 2 to each side, 2 slot receivers. 1 running back in the backfield. Takes the snap. Antosh looks left. The other guy coming after him. And the pass is completed for another first down by number 31, Mamad Albada. And that'll be a first down.
And once again, the third down conversion is to meet the Miners' strength.
And they had him wrapped up just before the first down marker, but he just got that extra arm length over.
Yeah, it looks like he was tied up a little bit with number 31, Matt Violet from the Knights. And they were doing a little bit of a square dance out there for a little while, but eventually Violet got him down.
Antosh was being pressured by Lewis, who was just a split second from getting to him. So 1st and 10 from the New England 37-yard line. Antosh moving his team down the field on third down plays, as in motion is Kendrick. And the handoff
to number 31
goes nowhere. That goes number 31, Mamad El-Bada. That is a loss on the play of 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
I just started watching the first quarter. It looks like the Knights have definitely improved their rushing defense over last year.
Teams did run over them a lot last year.
You're right, they did. It made them look like they were a slice of Swiss cheese. But this year they definitely closed up those gaps. Now they just have to work on the short passes.
Well, short passes are very tough to defend. They say they're actually the toughest to defend against, as Antosh is set. 2nd and 10. The short pass is incomplete. It almost picked off by number 41 of New England. That's Antoine Dahmers.
And it looks like that deflected off the knee of the intended receiver, number 88, I think.
That's Billy Blackman. So it's 3rd and 10, and New England is going to try and get out of this again here. And after the score, I'm going to move over to your left, Vinnie, so I can see the scoreboard.
Okay, we're at the 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
So a big third down play here. It's 3rd and 10. The New England 37-yard line, a timeout has been called.
For water. It's a water timeout.
And as they just said, timeout Miners.
Okay, so the Miners do take their first timeout of the half. And you got to remember, these guys are packed in the middle of July in 95-degree heat. They're going to need a lot of water.
Especially on the Miners side. They're wearing their home black with yellow trim. They look like a mustard bottle.
French as anyone. Pardon me, do you have any grades on? But of course.
And no, we're not sponsored by Great Poupon.
French's nor Great Poupon sponsor us.
So a 3rd and 10 here. So far, the Miners are 3 for 3 on third down, converting the first. They can convert as many third downs as they want, as long as they mess up one sooner or later so the Knights can get the ball back. But they've been pretty proficient so far.
You're right. And Antosh has been great at turning the third down conversions into passing plays.
I'll tell you, Mark Moore's a heck of a story. He was a wide receiver last year. He got hurt twice. And now he's out at quarterback. So he's just trying to work out the cobwebs as Antosh is under center. 3rd and 10. Back to pass is Antosh. Looks fires in, incomplete. Intended for number 84, Joe Polasek.
But there's a flag down.
Flag on the play. Looks like it might be an offside against New England. And it is. So it'll now be 3rd and 5 for the Miners. And that was a good call by the ref.
It was. I saw the defensive lineman flinch. I hear you flinching your buttons. No. As Kenny moves over to my left.
Oh, I guess we're in it. So 3rd and 5. From the 32-yard line of the New England Knights as the cheerleaders are trying to get the crowd going.
What crowd there is? Well, there's maybe about 100 people here.
Antosh under center. Takes the snap. Looks to throw left. It's a short pass to Jackson Ray, and he is
out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds. Where's it going to be? A first down. And it's to the 25-yard line, and now the Miners are 4 for 4 on third down.
Wow.
That short pass again.
You're right. That it is. It's a short pass.
So the Miners moving down the field here. You have a lot of clock. There's 3:41 to go in the first quarter. So the Knights trying to buckle down here and hold maybe to 3 points or nothing, not get a touchdown. Antosh is set. In motion goes Kendrick. The handoff goes to Jackson Ray, who has an opening and goes down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play. It'll be second and short.
I don't know. The Coach Volpe has to get the Knights on the same page. We're not looking too well right now, and Steve Martino is trying to rally his troops around him.
I remember one thing as well. The Knights did not start off well last year either. They played the Boston Panthers, and that was a game that was not very good, 35-14 loss.
You're right.
The Knights are a powerhouse usually every year, and we'll see how it goes here. As the Miners were voted the 2007 best new team on the East Coast in minor league football. As Antosh hands it off, and right there on the Knights defenders, D. Brown wraps up number 31, Mama Albada, immediately. And there's a loss on the play.
And Albada played running back for Millersville University and is in his first season for the Miners.
So Albada loses a yard in the play. Now it's third and short. Again, the Miners are 4 for 4 on third down. And the Knights really got to get a stop here.
You're right, they do.
They don't want to fall into the hole early. An I formation with split receivers and one tight end. And we're going to have a play here. The throw is batted down, but what do we have here? Any flags down?
I don't know. No, I don't see any flags down. It'll just be an incomplete on third down.
I thought maybe somebody had jumped, but it looks like an incomplete pass, and it'll be fourth down. And for the first time, the Miners are stopped on third down.
So now on fourth down, it looks like would they go for the field goal?
Well, it depends. From there, it's on the 19-yard line. It'd be about a 36-yard field goal. And it looks like they might be going for it. Let's see, is Antosh on the field? He is. So 4th and 4, and Antosh is going for it. So here we go. 5 seconds to go on the clock to get it off. The pass throws and a wide open touchdown Miners. As Jermaine Bolden slips away from the defender, and Antosh found him, and he walks into the end zone. 6-0 Miners.
And that he was left wide open. And there's not much to say there, but a really good fourth down conversion for the Miners.
Well, I saw that coming. I don't know. Most minor league teams do not have a very good kicker.
You're right.
So the kicker's now on. That's Jersen to snap the spot. The kick is up. The kick is good, but there's a flag on the play.
I thought that number 42, E.J. Lewis, got a hand on it, but I guess not. And we have a false start.
It's a false start against the Miners, and they'll have to kick it over. And instead of being a 19-yard kick, it'll be 24. So Jersen will have to do double work here.
That's right.
I'll tell you, Nipa really earned this touchdown to bring all those third downs.
You're right, and they took almost 14 minutes worth of possession time.
The kick is up, the kick is good, and the score is 7-0 Miners with 1:44 to go in the first. And New England will get the ball back here as they built a lot of time, so that's a pretty quick quarter so far.
You're right. The Knights have to focus now. They have to get that ball, and they have to drive into the end zone. They need to convert the third downs and the fourth downs and, basically find the weakness of the Miners.
It's still early, though. Yeah, a lot of football we played, though.
All right, and the kicking team for the Miners come out, and the receiving team for the Knights come out to the field.
That keeps the Knights. Number 15, Brandon Johnson. And number 18,
who we don't have a name for.
Well, maybe I'll go talk to Coach Volpe at the half and find out. There are a lot of rookies on this team this year. There's 27 of them. Jurgen will kick it off, and there it goes. A short kick to about the 10-yard line, picked up by 18, run up to the 25 to the 30, and knocked forward about the 34-yard line where the New England Knights will start off.
And a pretty decent return for number 18, the mystery man for the Knights. It looked like it was a good 24-yard return.
And it was exactly 34 yards. So first and 10 New England with 1:16 to go in the first quarter, and the clock's running.
Now, one thing I don't understand, why do they have to change the football every play?
Well, I guess with all the sweat on the players, they try and drive the balls off. It's very hot and humid.
They're right about that. Maybe the pigs can sweat.
So Schmidt is put to the left. Rivera to the right, who goes in motion.
That will be offside.
And let's see what the call is here. Our ref comes over. It's an offside against the Miners. That's their third penalty of the game. And we're only in the first quarter.
It looks like the Miners get spooked a lot. Whenever we put somebody in motion, they get spooked and they screw up.
Well, also look at the size of our offensive line. That's a big group. They're bigger than last year.
You're damn right. I wouldn't want to walk into them in a dark alley.
Oof. Pardon me. So Moore decided with 46 seconds to go, takes the snap. Looks to throw, fires deep down the field, throws! Incomplete, intended for Schmidt. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 39-yard line. And that ball was overthrown, but I'll tell you, Schmidt had a tough time because he had number 29, Earl Chepton, all over him. He couldn't get a beat on him.
No, you're right about that. He was all over him.
If he broke away, he would have had a chance. I'm coming to you from Scranton Memorial Stadium, first quarter here, 7-0 Miners. The Knights are in their road white with pink, purple trim, and black. As Moore pitched it to Chisholm. Heads up the field, tries to motor his way forward. He gets a minimal gain, maybe 1 or 2 yards. It'll be third down.
And that was a pretty good run for Chisholm compared to last time he tried to run. He got hit for negative yardage.
And Chisholm is very low built to the ground. He's a smaller running back, but he is very built. He's like 5'9", 5'10".
Last year, Chisholm was playing fullback behind Caperso. This year, he's playing halfback.
And we don't know what's going on with Caperso yet. He's on the roster sheet. And that'll do it for the first quarter play as time runs out. And at the end of 1, the NEPA Miners 7, the New England Knights nothing. We'll be back on audiosportsonline.net. 20,000 ends the game.
All right, we're back here with the start of the second quarter, live from Scranton, Pennsylvania. NEPA Miners versus the New England Knights.
As Mark Moore has a 3rd and 3 here. High formation.
Versus third down conversion.
Rivera in motion. Moore takes the snap, fakes the pitch. Heads around, has pressure, he has to get rid of it, and it's fumbled and recovered by the NEPA Miners as New England turns it over.
I thought I saw the Knights grab it. 75?
Actually, yeah, you're right. I was getting ahead of myself, and Marty Wyman gets it. It'll be 4th and about 8, and Hominick will come in to punt it.
The Knights need to turn this around. They need to get their offense online, and they really need to turn it around now. They need to step up the juice.
Again, 7-0 here. So Ahmed set his own 24-yard line. Jackson Bay is back deep, and the kick is a short one, picked up by 22 Bay. Heads up the field and gets knocked out of bounds at about his own 47-yard line. Good field position for the Miners to start their second possession.
That's right. Jackson Bay has picked up quite a bit of running yards this game. We don't have any stat sheets in front of us, but I can tell you that's just an experience, just from watching. So the Miners will start around the 50-yard line for their next possession. And now the teams have switched, so the Miners are going from right to left on your computer screen as you're listening, and the Knights are going from left to right.
So J.C. Antosh will take over again. I formation with split receivers and one tight end. Antosh is set, barks out the signals, takes the snap. They hand off to Jackson Bay, and he's stuffed immediately for a loss. Looks like he lost at least a yard. It'll be second down.
And that was a nice play. Like I said, the Knights' rushing defense has really stepped it up.
It looks like you can't run on these guys.
No, you can't.
You know what's really funny? I'm looking at the field here, and the Scranton High School team name is also the Knights, as I see in the end zone.
Yeah.
13:20 to go, 7-0 Miners. I'll tell you, they may not be tall, but I'll tell you, that's a very beefy offensive line for the Miners.
Yeah, you're right.
Antosh Zek. The throw is batted down by Edward Lewis, and it's now third down and 11.
And that was a beautiful block. That hit right off his midsection.
Lewis is playing D-line this year after being a tight end last year. So Coach Volpe's done a wholesale change here with the team and some of their positions. He will try to shake up the lineup this year.
Well, he saw what happened last year and the disappointing season we had, and he needed to make some changes. Like you pointed out, we have 27 rookies on the team.
So Antosh will bark out the signals here, 10 seconds on the play clock. Gets set, down to 5. Takes the snap, looks to pass. Has a man over, and they got him. Edward Lewis sacks the quarterback. Back at the 38-yard line of the Miners. A huge loss, and they are finally stopped on a third down or fourth down.
And that is what the Knights needed to do. They knew that, who's the quarterback there? Antosh, what goes for the short pass on third down, and E.J. Lewis was all over him. So E.J. played for the Knights. Great play.
So the first sack of the season is by E.J. Lewis, a loss of 9. And Scherzen will kick it off.
And now they force the punt.
A good play there by the Knights. Here we go. Punting for his own 25. Kicks it off. A very short kick. And takes a Miners balance. Goes to Johnson, who starts at the field. Turns the corner to 30. The 40. The 50. The 40. He's got one man to take. The 30. The 20. The 10. 5. Touchdown, New England! A 76-yard return, and the Knights are on the board.
And that was a beautiful punt return for New England. And get that man some water because he just ran almost the entire length of the field.
Forget the water. Give that man some oxygen. And they gave the points to the Miners. They got to fix the score clock. But as Chris Berman says, he was rumbling, grumbling, stumbling. He could go all the way.
And the Knights are on the scoreboard. It's 7-6. The extra point will come in.
Tommy Katera will kick it. A beautiful return by Brandon Johnson, one of those rookies we were talking about.
That's right.
And now Johnson's going to hold the ball after running it all the way down. The snap to spot. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score is tied at 7 with 12:50 to go in the second.
and that is a huge pick-me-up for the New England Knights. That's a motivational run right there, and I hope that the Knights could feed off that energy.
We'll be back with more action on Sporting News. Oh, my Lord. AudioSportsOnline.net. All right, and we're back. Confidence of Cotero getting set to kick it off here in the second quarter of the New England Knights and NEPA Miners live from Scranton, Pennsylvania. And again, a beautiful run there by Brandon Johnson to tie the score. So the Knights didn't have to come back on the field right away. The offense gets a little more rest as Cotero kicks it off. A short kick to the 19-yard line. Picked up by Jackson Day. Heads across the 35 to the 40 and is wrestled down. He's wrestled down by DiMartino, and they'll start at the 40.
And Jackson Day is pretty good on those punt and kick returns. As he's racking up quite a few yards on each one. I'm going to guess he's averaging about 15 yards per return.
At least. So the first and 10 from the 41-yard line of NEPA. It's a lot easier to say NEPA than Northeastern Pennsylvania every time.
You're right about that. That's probably why they shortened it.
So 12:30 to go in the half, as Antosh will try and get his team back up on top. We're deadlocked at 7. Antosh barks out the signals. The man goes in motion. Back to pass. No, he hands up to Jackson Day. He goes through the middle, and he's driven back after a gain of only about 2 or 3. And he'll be second down.
DiMartino and number 41, Antoine Dahmers, were both there on the tackle, and they stopped him. They stuffed him.
Gain of 3 on the play. That's actually the longest rush for forward yardage by the Miners so far today.
No, I think they'll pick up 8 yards in the first quarter.
Thank you. So, but yeah, that's only the second or third time they got positive yardage.
Right.
As I stand corrected. Billy Blackman comes back in the game for the Miners. We got a timeout called. It's called by the Miners. That's their that's their first timeout.
That's their first official timeout. The last timeout was a water timeout. As we sit with a very nice view of the backsides of the cheerleaders. This is a long season, and we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to have some fun with it live on AudioSportsOnline.net and also on Sportswire Entertainment Radio.
And no, we're not serious just yet. So 11:31 to go here in the half. We're deadlocked at 7. We'll have a 2nd and 7 coming up in just a moment. I'll tell you, that's got to be a pick-me-up for the Knights if they can sustain some pressure here and get back on the ball and give Brandon Johnson another chance to run.
You're right, and that's the key. I mean, Brandon Johnson right now gave a very big pick-me-up to the Knights, and hopefully it swung the pendulum of momentum into the Knights' favor.
And that was a 76-yarder, too. That was no slouch. So Antosh is under center here, 2nd and 7. Takes the snap, looks to throw, looks left, throws left. Intercepted by DiMartino.
And Dwight Mendoza DiMartino almost lost it, but cut on the way down.
As he flipped it like a basketball, I'll tell you, and he was lucky he got that. It looked like he definitely had the hands of a linebacker.
Yeah. He had it, he dropped it, but in the air on the way down, he caught it.
So the first interception of the season goes to Dwight DiMartino.
And the Knights offense comes back on the field, and now I do see the pendulum of momentum swinging into the Knights' favor.
I was writing down some of the key plays here on my score sheet, so we'll go back to them later.
And if you want to put down the turning point of the game, put down Brandon Johnson's 76-yard punt return.
That's right. Mark Moore in the center here, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line tonight. And Coach Succo with a big hole head of the field, and breaks 2 tackles, and is into Miners territory. A gain 21 yards, and Susco had himself a first down.
And that was the biggest rush of the afternoon, or evening, if you will.
So first and 10, and I was looking at some of those, as we come off the bus, those highlight reels of the Knights over the years, and I'll tell you, the bread and butter of the Knights is that running game.
You're right. And Nick Susco transitioning from tight end to running back. And that's a big transition.
Yes, it is, but he's very well skilled. He's definitely a lot of muscle up top. More to center, first and 10.
And that will be...
Flags all over the place.
There's a white flag down.
I guess one of the linemen wants to call a truce. A false start against New England, so after a big play, they lose 5 yards. And that is actually, the first penalty on New England today?
I believe, no, there wasn't offside, I thought.
No, no,
you're right.
The Miners. So it took them almost a half to the first penalty. By this time last year, they had 10.
Well, that was the officiating in the NASL, but we won't go there.
No, we will not. Moore center, first and 15. The handoff goes to Garfield Mortley.
And Garfield
2 yards.
And Garfield's running after that lasagna.
Oh, Vinnie, where do you come up with this stuff? You just come off the top of your head?
That's right. That's what being a color commentator is.
It's like you're like Silver Zuda or Bobby Mercer. God rest both their souls.
I don't know. I compare it to J.R. and the King.
Hey, you Huckleberry. So third and 13 from the Miners 47. Moore takes the snap, pitches to Chisholm and turns the corner to the 42-yard line. A gain of about 5, maybe 6. It'll be third down. But when they started off at first and 15, they're not in bad shape right now. It's actually going to be third and about 8.5.
That's right.
7-7 to score with 8:23 to go in the half. The Knights looking to get some more momentum off that 76-yard return. And they're getting set here. Third and long, about 8.
And it says 9. Well,
it's closer to 8.5. That's why I said about 8.5. So Moore in the center with a pro formation. Takes the snap, takes the pitch, and he has men all over him. Good block there. The throw complete to number 14. That's Jeff Coop. And that's our first down for New England.
And the third down conversion for the Knights. And I believe that's their first of the season.
That's their second.
Second. Yep. Second, third down conversion tonight.
They're 2 for 5. So first and 10 from the 30. The Knights are moving. They're looking to get the lead here. Their first lead of the season.
The Knights are on their steeds, and they're charging.
The Moore set. Back to pass. Looks left. Fires up over the middle. Complete. A first down, but it looks like it might be a penalty. It might come back. It looked like
offensive pass interference.
It looks like Schmidt pulled off, pushed off.
And that's exactly what it is.
They're going to back him up here.
I don't know, though. I don't see how that could be a penalty. The guy was just trying to get room so he can catch the ball.
You're not allowed to push off of the defender.
That's what I don't like about these rules. The XFL rules are much better. Pass interference, please. That's a 15-yard penalty, I think.
I think it's only 5 on offense. No. 10. It's 10 yards. Defensive pass interference is 15 yards. The offensive is 10.
I thought defensive pass interference was the where the ball was caught.
It depends on what league rules you're playing, but in this league I think it's 15. So more from the shotgun here. Set, it'll be first and 20 from the 40-yard line of Nippa. Back to pass. No, the half to Chisholm. It turns the corner. Gets across to the 40 to about the 38. He gains 2.
I don't know. I think that was a delayed start for Chisholm. After the stop, that was delayed.
Yeah, it was. It was one of those drop leg type things. So, 2nd and 18. 6:42 and counting on the clock.
Deadlocked at 7.
I mean, Schmidt had a chance of that ball even if he didn't push off, but it wasn't wise to push off on a defender. So Moore is working shotgun here, trying to get himself more time to throw because those NEPA defenders have been all over him. Takes the snap, a good snap. Looks to throw. Fires! I don't know who was he throwing to. Who was he throwing that to?
I don't know. It looked like he was throwing to number 30 of the defense, which was Kyle Ashcroft. But there was no 9 in sight.
No. I think he's had a little bit too long to throw. He pump fake 3 times, and once you pump fake after 2 times, you're in trouble.
Well, Mark Moore is probably ironing out some rust and transitioning to quarterback is a big deal.
So 3rd and 18 from the Miners 38. And Moore will work again from the shotgun. Sutton is actually out there as a wide receiver. Only changes in the backfield. The snap, a low one, is dropped by Moore, picks it up, picks up the runs. He's got some room. He's across to 25, and he's not stopped short, but he gains 15 yards, and it'll be about 4th and 3, and now you got to wonder, do they go for it? Because this is the same area where the Miners went for it earlier.
I'd say go for it. 3 yards, you can't go wrong.
Actually marking it 4, but 4 is not that much. 4, 3.5. And the Miners went for it before, and that's how they got their touchdown. And they looks like they are going for it. Not a bad move. I mean, they are pretty deep in Miners territory.
You're right. And, I mean, Moore fumbled that ball, picked it up, and he still got a very decent run out of it.
That was a 14-yard run. Actually, they're marking it 15 on the scoreboard. Looks like 14 with the yard marker. But anyway, it was a good run.
I don't know. Maybe that was planned.
Moore under center. Takes the snap. Throws. Way overthrown. Intended for Schmidt.
And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yep. But not a bad idea to go for it there because the Miners are pinned deep in their own territory with 4:59 to go in half. The score is deadlocked at 7. You're listening to Tonight's Football on AudioSportsOnline.net. So 1st and 10 for the Miners here. They're on their own 28-yard line. As J.P. Antosh will take back over. Barking out the signals, takes the snap. He's back to pass, looks left, throws well wide, and it'll be 2nd down. Good coverage there by Justin McEachern, the cornerback.
And Antosh threw very wide of his intended receiver. I don't even know who his intended receiver was.
Yeah, it was 88. That was Blackman. Now, I'll tell you, they did a good job here so far with the Miners because I just found out that they're doing radio too, and they have the voice of the Scranton-Wilkesboro Yankees as the color commentator.
Big Daddy Cool is better than him. Anyways, even though the Yankees are my favorite team.
Don't make me throw up. Antosh under center. 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, looks to throw, looks left, goes center, and it's overthrown, intended for Andre Myers, the tight end. It'll be 3rd down.
And it looks like Antosh is losing some of his fire.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit shaken up, especially on that sack by Lewis and the interception by DiMartino. If you can get to the quarterback and hit and knock him around and intercept a few of his passes, that can really rattle a quarterback. 4:54 to go in the 2nd quarter. 7-7. It's a 3rd down and 10 for the Miners. New England playing their first game of the year, looking to try and go up top here early. And it's only the 2nd quarter. The ball's on the 24-yard line. Antosh barks out the signal, takes a snap, and flags all over the place. Looks like a false start against the Miners.
Against number 23, DiMartino was pointing to him.
Now let's see what the call is. It is a false start. They'll back him up 5 more yards. That is the 4th penalty against the Miners for 20 yards. The Knights have 1 penalty for 10 yards.
Mm-hmm. No, 2 penalties because they had the offensive pass interference. So 2 for 20.
No, that's the only one that can. That's
Oh.
counting.
Oh.
So far, it's the Miners that gained the penalties. And toss from the shotgun, 3rd and 15 from the 19 of the Miners. Takes a step, a high snap, throws deep down the field. It's complete to Will Blackmon.
And another 3rd down conversion.
That is their 5th out of 7. A good play by Antosh.
Very good play. That was a very high snap to work with.
And he got it down.
And the chain gang is setting up a little off.
So 1st and 10 from the Miners' 42-yard line.
With less than 5 minutes to go in the half, deadlocked at 7.
Antosh is working the shotgun. 4 receivers set. 10 on the play clock. The snap. Looks and hands off to Jackson Day, and he goes nowhere. He loses 2. And they're really stuffing that run.
You're right. They are beating that run like a red-headed stepchild.
And just like, you know what? They've had 2 positive yard runs for 11 yards, but with all the loss of yards, I think they're around 0.
You're probably right.
As the clock is ticking below 4 minutes. So 2nd and 12. Antosh will bring his team out of the huddle. The Knights from a 3-4 defense. Yeah. The really big meat in the middle of that line. And Lewis is fast.
Yes,
He's been great so far. Back to pass with Antosh. Throws complete to number 25.
And
Andre Collette.
Come down. Our friendly neighborhood dozer.
And actually, that's Jackson Day. 1st down, Miners. At the New England 46. 3:19 to go in the half, 7-7.
Now the pendulum has swung yet again.
Well, it's a game of momentum. It will go back and forth. So Antosh. Now, what formation is this? Everybody's pretty much along the line. There's no wide outs.
It's a goal line offense.
As the throw is incomplete, intended for number 86.
And
Montel
Knowles, who went to Broken Arrow High School in Oklahoma and Southwestern Kansas College.
Wow, what's he doing way out here?
Well, it's his first year with the Miners.
I'll tell you, most of these guys are from Brooklyn, New York City, Binghamton, and the Pennsylvania area. And he's the only one that's not from this area.
And Montel is from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
In the
I wonder if he enjoys some Jared's barbecue.
Oh, the good old Sooner State. That's where Mickey Mantle is from. So Antosh under center, 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, same formation, looks to do a short screen, and it was intended for Jackson Day. Goes short. McEachern on the pressure, and it's 3rd down.
And the Knights are holding him in this drive, this set of plays, set of downs. And we're at 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the half. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining.
Now, I'll tell you, if they get stuffed here, I mean, if the Miners get stopped here, they're going to kick it so they can pin the Knights deep. They're not close enough to go for it.
Right.
So 3rd and 10 from the New England 46 here. Antosh Vantosh will work under center with a 2-back set, 2 receivers, and 2 tight ends. Back to pass. Vantosh has a man all over him. Throws.
Oh!
Incomplete.
Almost intercepted. Almost. Wow.
Almost intercepted by Scott Paxton.
And I thought that was D. Brown.
That was number 58 who got to him.
Yeah, but D. Brown almost intercepted it. That ball was rolling all over him.
True. So 4th down, and Sebastian Scherzen will kick it away to Brandon Johnson, who is standing at his own 12-yard line. Now he moves up. He'll be set. Yep, he's at the 11. Let's see if he can go 89 yards or 90 yards, and he's back to 10. Scherzen will punt from his own 42. The snap, and they just get it off as D. Brown was right there. A terrible kick, and bounces out at the 30-yard line.
So they pretty much neutralized the Brandon Johnson factor.
So from the 49 to the 30, a 20-yard punt, that was just awful.
You're right, it was. But on the same token, they neutralized Brandon Johnson, so he couldn't get the ball for a return.
Nope. I guess it was might have been somewhat of a floosh kick, but I'll tell you, if Brown was a couple more feet, would have had that.
Mm-hmm. Brown is a tall guy. Believe me, he was sitting next to me on the bus, and I'm 6'3", and he towered over me.
Yeah, you were squashed in there by him.
Yeah.
Not easy to sit next to a big guy like Brown on a bus for 4 hours.
You're right about that.
So 1st and 10 Knights at their own 29-yard line. Now sounding like a Bostonian. Moore takes the snap, hands off to Susko, goes across the middle, pulls his way forward, breaking tackles, and gains 12 yards up to the 41, and that's a 1st down. And Susko has already had himself 30 yards on 2 carries.
And Susko hopped on his scooter and went right through, man.
Oh, actually, the first one was 21 yards, so he had 35 yards on 2 carries. As the clock's heading down towards the 2-minute warning. Although it keeps going, I think it's the collegiate rule.
Well, we're at the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
And now they'll get a drink of water.
So we're at the 2-minute warning in the half. The Knights and the Miners are deadlocked at 7. You're listening to the opening night of the Knights football season for 2008 on what station, Vin?
AudioSportsOnline.net and Sportswire Entertainment Radio.
We'll be back in just a moment. Back here, a 2-minute warning here between the Knights and the Miners in the first half. The Knights trying to get something going here before the half. 1st and 10 from their own 41 after a Susko 12-yard run. Moore hands back off to Susko, up the middle, and gains about 7 yards.
And Susko is a freight train.
He reminds me of Caperso.
He does. Craig Caperso was our leading halfback last year, our leading rusher last year, and this Susko has gone right into his shoes.
Well, we'll see how it goes over the long run, but he's done good so far. So second about 3.5 with 1:30 to go. Mark Moore gets him up to the line. Works under center here with an I formation. Coop and Rivera to the right as handoff goes to 34.
Don't have a number for him. I don't have a name for number 34.
I believe that is Mortley because he's 24 on the roster, but I think he's wearing 34 today.
Oh, Garfield Mortley.
Well, I can always double check later. As we're under a minute to go here, it's 3rd and 1 from the 50.
Looks like Garfield Mortley just comes in for one play and goes back out. He goes in for the key play where they need a couple yards.
And it takes too much time here. We're under 45 seconds to go. They got to get hurry up here. Moore chucks it down the field to throw. Caught. Incomplete. And that stopped the clock. It'll be 4th and 1, and I think they'll go for it here.
Wow, I thought you had it. Schmidt looked like he had it in his hands.
And it was knocked loose by the defender.
So at 34 seconds, 4th and 1, will they go for it?
Looks like they are. Moore's coming back on the field. All you got to do is bulge forward, and they can stop the clock for first down.
And Coach Volpe's barking out orders on the sideline.
And he calls timeout. Timeout, New England. That's their second timeout. And we'll be back with 34 seconds to go in the half. We're deadlock at 7.
All right, and we are back. 4th and 1, 34 seconds left to go in the first half. 7-7 tie. Knights and Miners in the RAFL opening night for the Knights.
More under center here. They're going for it. Susko in the backfield. 4 receiver set.
Look for a handoff to Susko.
And gets the first down and then some as he keeps going. He's going. He's bullying his way down the 38-yard line. They got to stop the clock with the first down. 25 seconds to go. The New England still has one timeout.
And Nick Susko has been just plowing his way through.
Timeout Knights. And that was actually another 13-yard gain. But Susko's up over 50 yards rushing.
Yes, he is.
Not bad for a first half.
No, not bad at all.
So now they're out of timeouts, which will make it tougher for the Knights. But if you get to the line fast enough, Mark Moore can spike the ball.
Yeah.
I wonder what Volpe has in his book there.
I don't know, but he's got the offensive line around him.
He's got everybody over there.
The entire offense is around him.
And they break it up, and we're set to go. So Moore will work with a first and 10 from the Miners' 38-yard line with 25 seconds to go in the half. Moore from the shotgun. Gets set. Barks off the signals and takes the snap a high one, gets it down. Looks to pass. Throws deep towards the end zone for Rivera. Almost picked off, and a good play by Rivera to knock it out of the defender's hands.
And Ricky Rivera has pretty much been silenced this game. He hasn't been thrown to at all. It's all been Schmidt, pretty much.
I'll tell you, he's captain of this team, one of the 5 captains, and he has been here the longest at 9 years. 16.6 to go in the first half.
And number 80, which I don't have a name for.
Justin Seaton.
Justin Seaton is number 83. That's what I have.
I have 80 here, Seaton.
Wow.
It's been Seaton, and Seaton was 80 last year.
Okay.
So he's in there for Chisholm as Chisholm went to the sideline. 2nd and 10. Moore looks to try and get this team further up the field. Barks up the signals, takes the snap, looks to throw, looks right, fires. Well short of Coop. It'll be 3rd and 10 with 11 seconds to go. He bounced it in there to Jeff Cook.
Yeah. And that was just a little bit too short. He looked like he was going for a line drive pass. Unfortunately, it dive bombed on him.
We have time for 2 more plays here. And here comes the Knights to the huddle. Rivera's in the backfield with Susko. So Moore takes the high snap, gets it down, looks to throw, deep towards the end zone, looking for Coop. Incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 10 with 2.9 to go.
And now you just got to go for it. You just got to go for it.
I won't be surprised the Miners keep a few people back. It looks like they are. They got 3 guys in the secondary back with inside the 20.
Now is when Moore should go for a short pass.
Yep. And get a little blocking help. 7-7 here, last of the half. Moore from the shotgun.
Looks like Yipa's in a punt return formation.
As the pass is thrown to Seaton, it's off, intercepted by the Miners, and heading up the field to 30. And knocked out of bounds, it's Blackman, and that'll do it for the quarter and the half. At the end of 1 half of play, the Yipa Miners 7, the New England Knights 7. You're listening to Sporting News Oh, pardon me. I keep saying that all night.
AudioSportsOnline.net live and also Sportswire Entertainment Radio. We're going to take a 15-minute halftime break, and we'll be back here with you.
And Steve, the owner of the team, sorry, I've done so much with Warriors, I keep on saying it, so bear with me. By the second game, I won't have any problems. We'll be back on AudioSportsOnline.net. Back here at Memorial Stadium in Scranton. Ken Gregory with Vinnie Apicella. We have a minute to go until the second half starts. And it's come to my attention, I've been just been counting, but this is the 10th anniversary of the New England Knights as the Knights.
That's right. From 1999 till 2008, we are back live from Scranton, Pennsylvania on AudioSportsOnline.net and Sportswire Entertainment Radio.
And again, the score is tied at 7 apiece here after one half. And very good, very crisp, very quick game so far.
You're right. This has turned into a slobber knocker here. And both teams are giving it their all, and it shows in the score.
And thank the upper authorities for the concession stand being open.
That's right, because we needed some water, and we were able to get some of the water here. And because it is hot up there. It's a nice breeze outside, but in this press box, it's kind of stuffy.
Just a little bit.
All right, we're ready to start the second half, the third quarter of New England Knights and meet the Miners football from the Regional American Football League.
Try to say that 3 times fast.
You're right, and I'm not even going to attempt it.
So Johnson will be back deep. Oh, no, wait a minute.
No, the Knights take off.
Yeah, because they had the ball start the game. So the Miners will try and get the upper hand here to start the second half.
You know, this is the first game that I've ever seen with cheerleaders that the cheerleaders did not do a halftime show.
Good point.
But they were behind us in line for the concession stands.
Sure. As Antosh is warning from the sideline for the Miners, and Mark Moore the same over on the Knights sideline. Cotero is set to kick it off.
Tommy the Toe, he's been with the Knights for quite a while as well.
Yep. As he will be kicking away to 22 Jackson Bay and number 81, Josh Steely. The Miners are going left to right, the Knights right to left. As you were saying?
Josh Steely from Glassboro, New Jersey. He attended high school at JDT Christian Academy.
As the kick is up, it's a short kick. Squibs right to number 40. That's Robert Toner. And he's brought down at his own 41-yard line. That's where the Miners will start the second half.
And as the teams get their offense and defense on the field, we are set for second half play.
And there's a good straight story about one of the coaches.
Meeple Miners coach Charlie Wysocki. He was playing with
the Dallas Cowboys under Tom Landry.
That's right, and he was stricken with bipolar disorder, and his life has been full of ups and downs, and he battles the illness to this day.
And then Josh is pressured by Lewis, but gets away. He runs across the field, dozes after him, and throws him out of bounds at the 48-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
That was a long run for 7 yards, man. He ran about almost the half the width of the field.
But as we were saying about Charlie Wysocki,
the Miners have set up a foundation for him to help people with mental illness, and they're looking to write a book on his life and maybe a movie.
And what's wonderful about all this is the bipolar ended his NFL career. but he's still doing something he loves here in football, and it turned out really well for him. And that goes to show you can overcome those things.
That's right.
So a wonderful story here in Scranton. As the handoff goes to Jackson Bay, and he's wrapped up short of the first down by Thomas Waring and Anthony Outlaw. No, he's not from the prison. I wonder if this relates to the old basketball player Bo Outlaw.
I don't know. You'd have to ask him yourself. I was going to say maybe he's one of the New Age Outlaws.
So
going back about 10 years.
Yeah, it is. That play was a loss of 1 by Jackson Bay at 3rd and 4. Antosh under center. Only one receiver wide. More of a goal line offense here. Antosh barks out the signal, takes the snap. Looks for the short pass. And it's incomplete, but there are flags on the play. Looks like it's defensive pass interference against New England. We'll see what the call is.
I don't know. It looked like Antosh overthrew that. I didn't see any pass interference at all.
His jersey didn't get grabbed. Yep, it's a holding call against New England, first down. You can't grab the jersey. At least up the spot where he got it from. He got him near the neck area. So 1st and 10 Miners at the New England 48.
So you choke him out a little bit. Big deal. It's football. You're going to get hurt. Deal with it, you bunch of babies. And that would be in, wow.
Outside against New England. So that play won't stand. It was a run by the Miners. That was Mohammed. Who?
I said unless they decline it.
Which they should. It'll be 1st and 5. That play only gained 4.
Mohammed Al-Bata. Mahmoud Al-Bata. So it'll be 1st and 5 from the 43.
And take this play. Steve's asking me for a score update.
Okay. And Antosh is back under center with number 23, Jackson Bay, in motion. And there's the pass to Jackson Bay, and he runs out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. He'll pick up the first down. As Ken Dog gives a score update to our owner, Steve Fleischman. So another short pass by Antosh, and the pendulum has swung into the favor of the NEPA Miners.
And now I'm back. 1st and 10 here from the 34-yard line. Closer to the 35.
12-12 left in the third quarter.
The clock is ticking fast. Antosh got to get it off. 5 seconds. And the clock runs out.
And that'll be a delay of game penalty.
So I'll back him up 5 yards to the 39-yard line. And I saw that. It was 5 seconds, and Antosh was still barking signals. So the 1st and 15 from the 39. It's going to be a lovely night here at Scranton. As we went down to the sessions at halftime, it's cooled off considerably, and a nice breeze blowing through the stadium.
Yeah.
And a beautiful backdrop of downtown Scranton right there in the distance.
And I think downtown Scranton is only 1 street long.
No, it's a pretty big city. It's coupled with Wilkes-Barre. It's very nice. As Antosh throws, it's I was about to say pavement.
Into the turf. Right in front of the Knights player, Scott Paxton.
So it'll be 2nd and 15, and the clock's ticking under 11:45. It's off to 11:47, actually, with the incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 15. And Antosh has been very erratic since about the halfway point of the second half. Or second quarter.
Second quarter.
So second and 15 from the Knights, 39. Three receivers stacked to the left side, and the handoff goes to Jackson Bay, who goes forward for a few yards, not about 3. It'll be 3rd and 12. And actually, that was the running back, Andre Collette.
Andre Collette from Brooklyn, New York.
Ah, my home turf.
Went to Lafayette High School and then Stroudsburg High School.
Wow, Lafayette High School, that is a powerhouse in New York City. They won the PSAL title 3 out of the last 5 years.
3rd and 12.
From the 36. Antosh from the shotgun. The Knights are showing blitz. They're going to come up after him. The snap is a high one. He gets it down. And Lewis after him. The throw is incomplete, intended for Max Sancook. It is 4th down.
So another stop on 3rd down for the Knights.
And after a hot start on 3rd down where the Miners had 5 out of 7, they have cooled off. So Sebastian Schergen will kick it away. Brandon Johnson is back deep at his own 20-yard line. He's not that far back, actually.
No, he's not. Well, considering by the last punt,
he better get back. Yeah, good point, but now he got back. He's back to the 5. Schergen will probably try and push this punt, and he does just that. Down, it takes a Miners bounce heading towards the end zone, and it's down in the end zone.
So I'll start the 20.
Yep, and I'll tell you, the Knights were very lucky they didn't touch it sooner. A split second earlier, they've got the 1.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than trying to get out of your own end zone.
You're right about that. So Mark Moore has the offense back out on the field for the New England Knights. 10:44 left in the 3rd quarter.
So again, 10:44 to go. With 1st and 10, New England at their own 20. New England has moved the ball pretty well this far in terms of running game. They have to get a little more consistent on the passing. But Moore is working it out. He's gotten better as the game's gone on. And Sufco has the ball, and he's rumbling for about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's go with like a steamroller today.
That was the shortest run of the day, but still positive yardage. 2nd and 8 with under 10.5 to go in the 3rd. We're getting from beautiful Scranton Memorial Stadium. I'll tell you, we're in the Upper Valley here. You know, we're near not the Catskills, but the Adirondack area of Pennsylvania and the New York state line. Binghamton's only an hour north.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the mountains all out there in the distance. Very nice little mining town here. As Moore looks to throw, and it is incomplete, overthrown, intended for Ivan Schmidt. Schmidt was held up pretty well there by Chapman. So 9:48 to go, 3rd and 8. From their own 22-yard line is New England. Now, the way contact is done, you can jam the receiver within 5 yards, but after that, it's defensive interference. So that was a legal play. Moore takes the snap, looks right, fires, complete to number 14, Jeff Coop, and I'll move the chains.
And it's another 1st down for the Knights.
That will bring it up to the 31-yard line, a gain of 9 on a 3rd and 8. And one of the players for the Miners has a little bit of a chalk with the referee. So the Knights move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from their own 31. Again, Ken Kendall, Gregory with Vinnie, Big Daddy Cool Apicella. He'll bring you the action as Sutko gets the ball. Plows forward for about a yard or two. It'll be second down.
Maybe Nipa found the answer to Sutko because they stopped him past 2 carries.
That was a gain of 2. So Rivera will take a break as the player comes in. .8:30 to go here in the third. Moore will be under center. High formation, 2 receivers. As Moore's back to pass, throws. Sutko almost gets it. And almost intercepted by the Miners. It'll be third down and 8. Sutko almost had it with one hand.
I know, he almost did.
It almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, it's close when we count the horseshoes and hand grenades.
What?
Close when we count the horseshoes and hand grenades.
Okay.
You said almost. Same difference.
Same, just stuff, different day. So Moore will work a 3rd and 8 here from the 33. Knights have already converted 1 third down on this drive. Back to pass is Moore. Looks left. Looks to throw. Throws it up for
Intercepted.
Intercepted by the Miners at the 32-yard line, and the Miners will take over. With 8:11 to go, the clock's still ticking.
Oh, Rivera's getting to a jaw jacking with number 35, or 36 rather, who is Kamoy Ward.
Try saying that 3 times fast. 8:08 to go in the third. We're at deadlock at 7.
I wonder what Coach Volpe was telling them in halftime, because I don't know, has it worked?
Well, the way Sutko was running up the middle the first half, you got to keep going to that so they can stop you.
Right.
And they did that time. So 1st and 10 Miners at the 31-yard line. Antosh will work from under center. 2 receivers to the left, 2 in the backfield. Antosh takes the snap, looks to throw. Fires deep over the middle, complete to 86. Ooh. A huge hit by Dozer.
And he leveled him.
That was Montel Knotts, the tight end, at the first down. And that's in tonight's territory at the 40.
And we're under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, still tied at 7.
Antosh gets set, and it should be a false start against Nepa.
Yep, it is.
So I'll back him up 5. And Nepa's had 7 penalties today. The Knights only 2. So the Miners are shooting themselves in the foot just as much as the Knights' defense is stopping them.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, the Knights have given quite a good effort today.
Yes, they are. Much better than last year. I have to give them a lot of credit over the offseason. Coach Volpe has really done a lot with this team, making the changes and the moves that he had to in order to ensure a much better team.
Especially after all that brouhaha we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Team nearly imploded. 6:09 to go as Antosh is back to pass. Throws complete. And knocked out of bounds on the 30 is Damon Saxon. Nice hit there. And that's good enough for a first down. First and 10 from the 31-yard line.
And Damon Saxon, who was nicknamed as Rain Man.
Rain Man, huh?
He was the Nipa Miners Veteran Offensive Player of the Year last year.
Wow. And Tosh got the pass, and he's got him. They got him. Dozer gets him down. It's a sack.
And that's the second sack of the game for New England.
And that's the first for DiMartino as Lewis has the other. Now DiMartino has a sack and an interception. So that backs them up 4 yards. They'll be 2nd and 14 from the 36. And check out, they lost a 5. 2nd and 15 from the 36. So Antosh gets his bell rung again. As we take under 5 minutes, we're deadlocked at 7. New England in their road white. And Nepa in their home black with yellow trim. And a shovel pass. No, and a sack. And give a half sack to both Lewis and D. Brown. That was D. Brown.
That was D. Brown, okay.
So Brown, so 2 straight plays, 2 straight sacks.
That was DiMartino on the last sack.
Yeah.
Brown. You said Brown, 2 straight sacks.
2 plays, 2 straight sacks.
Right.
A half sack to Brown, because when 2 people do it, it's a half for each. And now Lewis has 1.5 sacks. So they go back further. It's now 3rd, and the Louisiana Purchase.
3rd and 23.
From the New England 44, so they're going backwards. And Antosh does have the arm, though, to convert a 3rd and 23.
He does.
He's only got 5 seconds to get this off.
Antosh is dangerous from third down.
Back to pass. The throw complete, but there's a flag on the play. Might be a hold. Let's see what happens here. As the pass was completed to Mahmoud Al-Bata. And it looks like Scherzen's on the field to kick it away. Let's see what the call is.
I don't know.
This is the event is taking an awfully long time. And coach wants to back him up.
Offensive holding.
Which means to 10 yards. And they back up another 10 yards. It'll be 3rd and really the Louisiana Purchase. It'll be 3rd and 33.
I think they only signaled 5 yards.
Well, that's 10. Holding's 10 yards. So that's from the 44 to the 46, so it's 3rd and 33. They gotta go the wrong way. I watch enough NFL football. So 8 penalties for well over 60 yards already on the Miners. 3:23 to go. 3rd and 33, an empty backfield, 5 receivers, and Antosh goes deep down the field, and it is incomplete.
Almost intercepted by number 10, Cliff King. First time we called his name tonight.
And Cliff King was a key defender last year on the night squad. He was one of the bright spots on that team.
You're right, he was.
So 4th and 33, and I think it'd be pretty good bet that Scherzen will kick it away to Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Sebastian Scherzen, quarterback and kicker, and he aspires to play in the NFL.
Good luck. And the kick is up. And just getting it off. Johnson's there. A bounce, and he'll just let it go. And it's down by the Miners at the 18-yard line, where the Knights will take over with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.net coverage of New England Knights football for 2008. We'll be right back. 2:56 to go and counting here with the Knights as Mark Moore will bring the line up to the 18. Takes a snap, hand off to Chisholm, but he has nowhere to go. Recovered by Nepo. And Nepo has a golden opportunity here at the New England 15-yard line, and that's the first big mistake of the game by either squad.
And Chisholm that ball must have slipped out of his hands or something.
And now the Knights defense has to clamp down.
And this is what the Knights defense should be known for. They have to stop them at the goal line.
And let's see what happens here. This is the first big test for the Knights since the first quarter when they scored when the NEPA team scored their only touchdown. So Antosh brings his team up to the 15. Short field here for NEPA. Antosh takes the snap, looks to throw, fires it high. Incomplete. Gets no contact there. It's 2nd and 10.
And Cliff King with great coverage on the NEPA receiver.
That's Jeremy Kendrick. So 2:14 to go here, 2nd and 10 from the 15. Knights looking to hold NEPA to 3 or less. And a penalty flag down the play. What's going on here?
I don't know.
It's against NEPA.
Too many men on the field, maybe?
I guess so. I count 11 men.
I don't know what it could have been. There's no signal either.
Well, the 2nd and 15 from the 20. I don't know what that was all about. But another penalty on NEPA. That's number 9. They only had 2. They're playing very disciplined football.
Jackson Bay with the carry.
Gained a couple of yards. So 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. It's 3rd and about 13. Or 3rd and 14. I think they gained a yard. So good job on Jackson Bay they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Jackson Bay has been getting the yards for the returns for punts and kicks, but when it comes to actual rushing, the Knights are stopping them.
So big play here for the Miners, 3rd and 14. They try a field goal from here at 36 yards on 4th down. Back to pass to Antosh. Throws. It is complete to 82. That's Kendrick. He'll be 4th down. So they convert on 3rd down, but this time they don't get the first.
I apologize. Number 23 is Damon Saxton, not Donnie Jackson Bay. I keep getting those two confused.
So it'll be a field goal try here. They're going to kick from the 9, so that's 17. It's going to be a 26-yard field goal for Jurgen for the lead.
And it's under a minute left in the quarter.
The snap is high as spot. They fake. And right there, DiMartino gets it to the kicker, who throws intercepted by Lewis. And he got it at the 15, and New England foils the fake.
And E.J. Lewis now has an interception.
And a sack and a half. And I'll tell you, Lewis is having a great game, as is DiMartino.
And they foiled the attempt by NEPA. So the Knights get the ball going the other way now, but they have a long field to go.
Well, I think what happened there, though, is I think Jurgen was going to kick that field goal, but when that snap went tied, it was dead.
Yeah. So they weren't even ready for a fake. They kind of just ad-libbed and lost the ball in the process.
And DiMartino was all over the holder there, who somehow got it to the kicker.
Yeah.
Well, right there was the pressure as Mark Moore gets it to Susko, who pulls his way forward for about 8.
Let's go to Snowplow with less than seconds to go.
And I have him up for about 72 yards here. But not bad.
Not bad at all.
Last play of the quarter coming up with 13 seconds left.
I think they're just going to let the time run out. Maybe not.
2nd and 1 here, a 9-yard game. Moore is set, takes a snap, hands off to Succo, who does not get the first down, short by about half a yard. At the end of 3, we are tied at 7. You're listening to the opening game of New England Knights 2008 football on audiosportsonline.net. We'll be back for a possible barn-burning fourth quarter.
All right, and we are back here with the start of the fourth quarter. 7-7, Knights and Miners tied. 3rd and 1 for New England, and Mark Moore under center in the I formation. And there's a shot over to Susko. He gets the first down.
Yeah, he goes across the line there, and now they go to start with it. That was a third down play. Doesn't get that.
Yeah. And I don't know. It looks like Susko hasn't been getting his footing right this whole half.
That and the defense is also stopping him.
Yeah.
He got stuffed a few times. So 14:30 to go in the regulation. And we have a new set down for New England, 1st and 10 at their own 28. Mark Moore under center.
There's an offside.
Repeat one. Yeah, it's the 10th penalty of the game for the Miners. I've counted up in my head, and that's 95 yards in penalties.
That's almost a full field.
Yep. 14:18 to go. It's 1st and 5 for the Knights at their own 33. Well, whichever team scores next, it's going to be a huge score.
Most definitely.
So far, both teams have bent but not broken. As the handoff goes to Morton, the flag on the play. We'll see what happens as Morton gets the first down. Let's see what the call is here. Looks like it might have been back. That's only the third penalty against New England. Very disciplined football. That's a 5-yard penalty, so they've only had 20 yards in penalties. Much big refreshment from last year. It's a false start against New England, but this has been a refresher so far.
You're right, compared to last year.
So Moore will have to start from square one here. It's 1st and 10 from the 28. Under center, I formation. As he takes the handoff, throws a reverse to Mortley, who has it, turns the corner, but will lose 3 yards.
And that was a very confusing play. It looked like...
I think that was broken.
Yeah, Moore pumped a couple times, saw he had nobody, threw him Mortley over in the backfield, and that was just a very confusing play.
And to take it from a former high school football player myself, when you double pump, it's easy for the defense to read because they know that you're in trouble and that you don't know what the heck's going on, and that the play's been broken. That's when they come after you.
All right, well, it's 2nd and 13.
So the Knights moving backwards here a little bit. Moore from the shotgun. Takes a snap. Good tough coverage. Throws down the field looking, and it looked like some incidental contact there, but no call. And it was intended for Schmidt.
Ivan Schmidt.
So it'll be 3rd and 13 from the 25. Knights need to get a first down here.
Yes, they do. They need to step it up. They need to get these 13 yards and get that first down.
Because Comics only punt. Or he had 2, but one of his punts was 54 yards, which would be a good one right about now. They're deep in their own territory. But we want to try and get that first. Moore from the shotgun. Barks up some signals. Takes the step. Looks left. Throws right. It's tipped in the air and out of bounds. It's actually caught by one of the Nipa players. That's
Mahmoud Al-Bata.
But he's not in the game, so it doesn't count. It's 4th down. Hominick will kick it away, and he really needs to get a good one here. Can't afford to shank it. I mean, they've already stopped one drive within the 20, which was very, very big.
Right, but you can't take that chance all the time.
No, you can't. But the defense has looked pretty darn good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes, high snap. And it gets away. If he has to get rid of it, now he'll kick it because he has somebody running right after him. But not a bad kick. Fumble! And then they got it on the night. Touchdown, New England!
That was a beautiful play.
Vinnie, why don't you explain what just happened? Because I don't know what this happened.
The punt had, Hamid got the punt off, and it was touched by a minor player and pushed, but it touched the minor, so put the ball live, and it fumbled it, and the Knights recovered it, so it's a first down on the Miners' 45-yard line, and the Knights have a new berth and a new drive.
I'm not sure who recovered that. I think it was Chisholm.
I couldn't tell.
I'm not really sure, but I think it was 23. But don't quote me on that. 7-7 deadlock between the Miners and the Knights. We got a classic battle of defenses here.
And that was a huge, huge play for New England.
Yes, it is. And it was huge just for how to get that off.
Yeah.
Because that snap was so high, and the guy was right in his face, he had to run out of the way and then just pooch kick it.
Now, how many yards does a punter have in order to get the ball kicked off?
He has to be behind the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Oh, okay. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
And that was smart.
Yes, it was.
That was a smart play by Hamid to get that off. He pooch kicked it, but it still went like 30, 35 yards.
That's right. And there's a conference going on in the field with the coach of the Miners.
That's the owner.
The owner and head coach.
And just about everything else. That's the great thing about minor league football. You can be the coach, but you can also own the team and do a million other things.
Mm-hmm. All right. And from the 45, 12 and a half minutes to go in the game. First down, New England, 1st and 10, and Moore's under center.
Takes a snap. Gets a Susco and pulls forward for about 3. Susco did not get his footing there.
No.
But any yardage right now is good because both teams are bending but not breaking.
This field has absolutely no crown on it.
Nope.
I've noticed.
It looks like this turf has had quite a few years on it.
Yeah.
The problem with artificial turf is after a certain amount of years, you got to replace it. As Moore takes a high snap and gets it down. Looks at throw. Incomplete through the hands of Jeff Coop. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. From the 41. I'll tell you at this point, with the way both the offenses are sputtering, if they get in the field goal range within the 20 or less, you might try Katero.
Yeah, seriously.
Any points right about now is big.
Exactly.
I mean, yes, from the 20 to 37-yarder, but it's not an impossible kick for Katero. He nailed the 44 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Under center is Mark Moore. And that's got to be an offside.
Wow.
He was to Mark Moore before the ball was even snapped. Yikes. 11th penalty of the game for the Miners. And that is not going to be 100 yards. It was against the Miners. The refs are conversing to see who it's against. It's a false start.
Are you crazy?
It's a false start against New England. I guess one of the offensive linemen has flinched.
I can't believe that.
So it'll be 3rd and 11. But I'll tell you, that's only the 4th penalty against the Knights.
I can't understand that call one bit. The defensive player was 2 more before the ball was even snapped. That was an offside, no doubt about it.
Something happened there. I don't know what. But it's only the 4th penalty for 25 yards. So very good discipline today for the team time. Moore center will be 3rd and 12. Moore barks up the signals, takes the snap. Takes the half. He has a man right in his face, and he has no chance. He's sacked by number 92, Malcolm Singleton, and Hominick will have to come in to punt it away. So, golden opportunity spoiled, but that's not the first time that either team has spoiled one.
I know.
This has really been a defensive battle. We got a barn burner here at our stadium here.
Scranton Memorial Stadium in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Helmet gets set, and it gets the kick off. A pooch kick. Looks pretty good. Picked up running, but right there is a nice and narrow. Wow.
Number 25, that was Jonathan Haslam, knocked him into next week.
I'm not sure that when Josh Steele got up, he had to check and see if all spots were still there. Wow. He stuck him.
But now it's going to be 1st and 10 with 10 minutes to go in regulation. This has turned into a slobber knocker.
Oh, yeah. The 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of their own 32-yard line for the Miners. But the clock is ticking under 10 minutes. From the 27, I'll tell you, this has been fun to watch.
Yes, it has.
As the pass goes to Jackson Bay, but
no, screen pass.
Or Saxton. I'm turning to you now. The pass to Saxton goes nowhere on the screen pass, and it'll be 2nd down and no gain. Good job by the Knights to snuff that one out.
Yes, definitely. With less than 10 minutes to go. Any points now are big points.
Yeah, we're under 9.5 now. 2nd and 10 for the Miners. I wonder how they do the overtime. Is it sudden death like the NFL, or is it each team gets one chance, like the college? I don't know. I'm not sure I want to know. I want to see this game in regulation. And back to Panthers, Antosh gets ready to throw, and he has men all over him, and they got him. Not a sack, but right there is 41 for the Knights. Antoine Dahmer gets him down after a 3-yard gain. Or 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. As the clock is now at 8:45. 7-7 between the NEPA Miners and the New England Knights. And I'll tell you what, an opening game, no matter which team wins, this is a heck of an opening game for the Knights.
No doubt about it. And whichever team wins, they earn the victory.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. This has been a great ball game.
Yes, it has.
Although we want the Knights to win.
Right. as Lenny Murdo would say, both teams have played 60 minutes of solid football so far. 52 minutes.
And tries under center, 3rd and 6, back to pass. Looks to throw, has nobody, and he gets away, and he'll get the 1st down to the 41-yard line. Good running there by Antosh.
Very good running. He showed that he's versatile, not only with the pass, but with the run.
And Lewis was right there, and he just slipped away from Lewis. I'll tell you, Lewis has been in Antosh's face all game.
Yes, he has.
So 1st and 10 from the Miners at the 40, their own 40. 7:30 to go in the 4th. So Antosh under center. The Knights are working a 4-3 defense here. We have 4 linemen and 3.
And there's a flag.
And it's going to be an offside against New England. As the run goes nowhere. That's got to be an offside in New England.
Or else they wouldn't let the play go.
Conference by the refs. I got to tell you, the refs have been much better.
In this league, you're right.
And let's see, it's against a face mask and a chop block, so I think it might wash
each other out. Yep, they wash out.
So it still remains 1st and 10 with 7-11. Oh, thank heaven.
And no, they're not a sponsor either.
What's going on here? They're actually moving the chain? Wait a minute.
What are they doing? Whoa. What is going on? They just crossed like 15 feet, 15 yards. What is going on here? Both those penalties washed out, but yet they're moving the chain.
Oh, it's in a 15-yard face mask. It goes no matter what. I forgot.
You gotta be kidding me.
I forgot. That's Bush. First and 10 for the Miners at the New England 45, and New England's got to really clamp down now. We're under 7 minutes to go in regulation. Antosh under center. I'll tell you, Antosh has given a great effort. He's done everything he can, but it's just not enough against either side. Antosh fires just past the outstretched hand of the receiver. That is 35.
35 is
Hernandez.
Defensive back?
All right, 23. That's Saxon. What the hell?
Get your eyes checked.
I think my eyes in contact are getting dry. I get the bus to put some fluid in my eyes. It's only opening day.
We got a long season to go.
And
strap yourselves in.
Just to let you know, I'm doing the 5 road games, and Lenny Myrtle will be joining Vinnie at the home games, so I'll be on the PA.
Oh, great.
So 2nd and 10 for the Miners. 6:40 to go. Antosh hands off, and up the field and breaking tackles and getting a first down. Oh! And the Knights have it. D. Brown has it, and he has it to the 42, and D. Brown has himself a fumble recovery.
I don't even think that was a fumble recovery. I think he just took it out of his hands.
Yeah, technically it's a fumble, but he ripped it right out of his hands.
And D. Brown crossing the 50 to the 45 with less than 6.5 minutes to go, and that was huge.
Yeah, and now the Knights have to get their offense going. You know the funny thing is, the Knights haven't scored any points on offense today. It was a kick return.
I know, it was a punt return.
That's the one thing that the Knights have to work on a little more in practice, but so far it has not hurt them. And,
wow.
And even though the Miners scored a touchdown on offense, they pretty much sputtered too.
Yeah.
It's been defense all day.
You're right, it has been.
The Knights looking like the New York Giants defense this past year, beating the Patriots. Moore takes the snap, gets it off, and going up the field is Chisholm. Gains about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. As the clock is under 6.
Now, see, I would fight the rules and say anybody that grabs the ankle, that should be a penalty.
Well, we're on the ground. How else do you tackle the guy?
Well, he's going for the upstairs. We're under 6 minutes to go.
2nd and 42.
Wow.
Somebody messed that one up. 2nd and 6. Moore hands off to Sufco, who is met immediately. He loses 2. It'll be 3rd and about 9. And the clock is ticking. Neither team has gotten anything going here.
The Knights need to pick it up here. They need to get that offense going. Because
Go ahead.
It's 3rd and 9. What?
Knights take a timeout. We'll pause for a couple of seconds on Sporting Audio.
SportsOnline.net.
No!
All right, we are back here. 7-7. 4th quarter. 5 minutes, 4 seconds to go. 3rd and 8, New England Knights.
From the 43 of the Miners.
And we're getting ready. Looks like Moore's going to be in the shotgun formation.
So Moore is in the shotgun, and he has 1 in the backfield. That's Chisholm with 4 receivers, 2 to each side. He's looking for the jugular here with 4. And Moore gets the snap, gets away from the pressure, fires, complete to Coop. And that is a first down.
Yes, it is.
And they move those chains.
All righty then. This is a game because we're under 5 minutes to go.
My heart is beating, skipping beats every 10 seconds. By the time the 2-minute warning comes around, it'll be probably 1 every other second. So it's 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line of the Miners here. The New England Knights are trying to get at least into field goal territory, if not the 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Moore from the shotgun. What a great play by Coop to pull that down and keep his feet in bounds.
Oh, you're right.
Back to pass. Throws.
What was it? I can't tell. Was it intercepted? Yeah.
Yes. First and 10, Miners at their own 31 with 4:48 to go. We're deadlock at 7.
Bunch.
And that was a terrible pass by Mark Moore. I'm sorry, but he underthrew it, and it was right there for the Miners defender to take. No. So the nice defense was to stand tall again here, which they've done all night.
Mm-hmm.
Antosh will get set for the Miners to try and get something going for themselves.
All right, come on, Knights. This is where you need the defense.
Antosh under center. Takes the snap. Looks right. Throws right. Where is it off? Batted down, and then the guy on the ground, let's see who it is when he gets up. That's Lewis again.
Lewis threw his body in front of it.
That's the second time he's batted down a pass. Or no, it was his third time.
I think it was the second time.
So
He didn't even bat it down. He just threw his body in front of it.
So 2 batted balls, 1.5 sacks, and an interception for Lewis. How the game went on you?
Damn skippy. We are at 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in regulation.
The clock did stop with that incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 32 for Napa. Antosh set the quarterback under the belt. Takes a step. Back to pass, looks right. Looks left. Somewhere to throws. Intercepted by number 10. Number 15. And he could. Goes to 30. To 25 to 22-yard line. First down, New England.
And one intercepted by Cliff King.
And that is the 1, 2, 3rd interception by Antosh. And that could be a huge one.
No doubt about it. This has been the equivalent to a pitcher's duel in baseball.
Yes.
It's been all defense.
Yes. And I'll tell you one other thing. Remember the Super Bowl about 10 years ago when the Steelers and the Cowboys played each other?
Yes.
And Neil O'Donnell threw 2 interceptions to nobody?
Mm-hmm.
The only guy that was the defender. This time, this team was the only one within 5 yards of that ball.
You're right.
That was a Larry Brown right there. So 1st and 10 New England, that's the 22-yard line of the Miners. And they have a great chance here.
4 minutes, 26 seconds left to go.
Warner to the center, takes the snap, gives it to Chisholm, gets stuck to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard. It'll be 2nd down.
It looks like Napa has picked up on our running offense.
Yeah, it has, but at the same time, we've been stuffing their run all night, so it's been a 2-way street.
You're right. In the first half, it was all Susco. This half, we haven't been able to get anything more than about 3 or 4 yards.
The only rushing that's been done so far in this half pretty much is by the quarterback, Antosh.
Yeah.
Pretty sad when your quarterback is leading either team in rushing in one half. And up to Chisholm. He gets up, and he's still trying fighting, but he gets up to about the 20. He'll gain another yard.
Let's see, I would consider that holding. If a guy is dropping himself around your leg and you can't move, I would consider that holding. But I'm not in the NFL upper management.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a book next week, and I'll pick up the rule book. We can look it over for real. Because it can get kind of confusing if you're not one of those savvy, everyday guys watching football.
Right. I mean, I can understand if you're holding an arm back, that's holding. But if you're down on the ground, you've got your arms bear hugged around somebody's leg that they can't move, I would consider that holding. If you can't get the leverage to bring them down, and you're just holding for dear life until someone comes to help you, I don't think that's fair.
No. As the clock is ticking under 3 minutes,
and there's a
flag. It looks like I'm playing offside as Susco gets it up to the 15. Well, let's see what it is. It's against New England. It's a false start. And that's against Moore.
All right, come on, guys. 3rd and 13 now.
I would say in order to get a field goal here, they have to get to the 15.
Yeah.
32 yards. It's not unheard of.
Well, whatever they do, we're under 3 minutes.
So time is a premium here.
Damn right.
If you're if you're Coach Volpe, what do you do here? You try and rush the ball, or do you try and pass it?
I don't know, considering the passing has gotten them intercepted and the rush has been stopped. It's been all defense. There's a timeout by New England.
Yeah, we'll find out in about 50 seconds because they do take a timeout. That's their first timeout of the half. We'll be back on AudioSportsOnline.net coverage of New England Knights football.
Right, and we are back. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in this regulation game.
7-7 between the Miners and the Knights as Moore's under center with a 3rd and 13. Moore set. Takes the snap. Hands up to Susko. Runs the gun. He has room to run to the 15. To the 10. He's got the first down. He's got it. He had to get to the 12. He got to the 11. A 14-yard game. And that has got to be Susko's biggest run of the night.
Damn right. And that's what they needed. And Susko snowplowed his way right through.
And with the clock. Oh, sorry.
And got the first down. And the clock is now stopped at 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
And there's a timeout.
Looks like a water timeout. Coach Volpe runs to the field.
What do you do here? There's 2:37 to go. That is a timeout against NEPA. So that's their first timeout. Now, they're on the 11-yard line. There's 2.5 minutes to go. Do you rush a couple times at the gut to waste some time?
I would say so. Knock some time off that clock.
Because you can still get a first down. You go just have to get to the 1.
As long as you knock some time off the clock and you're able to get in there, that'd be a good thing. I mean, never say never. Anything is possible until that clock strikes 0. But knock the time off the clock.
So New England can get a first down here without scoring. So they get to the 1. They have 4 downs just punch in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what the plan is here. Susko's big 14-yard run has set up a great opportunity for the Knights.
You're damn right it did.
Hot diggity.
Two minutes, 40 seconds left in the regulation game.
And the Miners still aren't in bad shape. They still have 2 timeouts.
You're right.
They could use it.
1 5-minute warning.
Yeah.
And there's an offside. No, maybe not. Whoa, where was that going?
Hello.
He threw it to the left. Or, excuse me, the line jump.
Whoa, he threw it to the pylon. I think he thought maybe the pylon was a receiver. Yeah, otherwise, that was a broken play.
Yeah. So we're going to go 2nd and 10. Oh, no, it was offside against NEPA.
So NEPA gets their 12th offside for 110 yards.
And it's going to be 1st and 5 for New England
with 2:38 to go. So here we go. 1st and 5. The handoff to Susko. The gut is in. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Nick Susko!
And the Knights take the lead 13-7.
And the clock's still running. There's a flag down, but I'm sure it'll be declined.
It's offsides against.
It was declined. Offsides against NEPA, declined. And it's the touchdown, and here comes the head coach of NEPA to complain.
I think what his complaint is that when he got across the goal line, before he got across the goal line, Susko might have fumbled because he saw the ball rolling around the end zone, but I think he broke the plane before that happened.
Yeah.
So the Knights, with a big 6-yard run from Nick Susko, claim the lead, and Catero can make it even larger. He must nail this extra point.
Yes, he must.
$2:30 to go.
Now, does the clock start during
the snap the spot? The kick is up. The kick is good.
Okay.
And 14-7.
So the clock does not start during an extra point.
No, because they already scored a touchdown.
Okay. All right, so now special teams comes out. The kicking team will come out, and it's huge now. New England Knights 14, and the NEPA Miners 7. Nicholas Susko, tight end last year, running back this year, and he runs the ball in for a touchdown.
And with that 14-yard run, he has topped the century mark in yards today. Great job by Susko. He has now 103 yards rushing. So he's definitely my offensive player of the game so far for the night.
Damn right.
And
defensive player, I'd have to go with E.J. Lewis.
Yeah, that's very tough. But, yeah, I think he has the edge. 2 bad balls, sack and a half, and an interception. But let's not count our chickens yet because it's still 2.5 minutes.
You're right. And this is going to be the longest 2.5 minutes in the game.
Especially when you have a 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts left for NEPA.
And a timeout for New England.
But I don't think New England will use it as long as they're ahead.
Right.
I want to say fine playing fishy. The Garrett will kick it off. Jackson Bay is deep. As a push kick, and it's picked up. Oh, no. Here we go. And it's knocked down and
at the 50.
Yeah, I don't know about that play. I think he should kick it deep. I think he went for the script kick, but he kicked it right into the hands of number 50.
Number 50.
I don't have one.
Neither do I.
Yeesh.
We're having a good day. Maybe it's 55.
That might have been it.
55 is Roy Glenn Jr. He's a linebacker.
That might make sense. 2:20 to go. And I'll tell you, the Miners have a short field to work with, only half a field.
Well, they have an arena field.
Yeah. Sorry from the goal line from an arena field. But Antosh is going to, if he's going to get this, he's going to have to earn it.
You're damn right.
Antosh from the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass, looks left. Has a man after him, gets away, and look, nothing but room to run. And they got him down. Oh, great play there. Who was that? Number 10.
Cliff King, and we see fireworks to the distance.
Where?
I just saw a firework go up straight back.
Oh, wow. I'm out. No, a 2-minute warning.
That was perfectly in sync with the tackle. So we're at a 2-minute warning. We're going to take a little break here on AudioSportsOnline.net and Sportswire Entertainment Radio. Wow. Okay, and we're back. 2 minutes to go. New England Knights 14, NEPA Miners 7. Second and 4, Miners ball. And then tongue-tied.
Antosh will work from the shotgun here. 4 receiver set. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Throws right.
Brown with another block.
And Brown has his first block of the game.
Second.
All right. Lewis and him both have 2 blocks. Or, as they say in lingo, batted balls. I don't know why they call it that way. He threw it right to his chest. So 3rd and 4 with a minute 56 to go. Ball on the 44-yard line of the New England Knights.
Unfortunately, that stopped the clock.
Yeah. And still, the Miners have 2 timeouts. Those could come into play as we get closer to the end.
You're right. With a minute 56, every second counts.
Because you know at this point they're going to have to go for it on 4th down.
They have to.
Unless they push kick it with a 2 timeouts, they can stop the clock twice.
Right.
Antosh from the shotgun takes the snap, back to pass, looks right. And he's back down. He throws it, but it's batted down by E.J. Lewis. He's burned.
Wow.
So the minute 48 to go is 4th and 4, and they're going to have to go for it, or what's going on here? What are they going to do? It's decision time. Where's the kicker, Scherzen?
Nope.
They're going for it.
Tosh is coming back out.
It's pretty much a no-brainer.
Yeah, they have to go for it. With 4th and 4, they have to.
15 on the play clock. They're in good shape for that.
Yeah.
4th and 4 from the 44. This could be the game here.
Antosh barking out signals. 4 on the shot on the clock. They got to get it off. And they just get it off. And they got a man after him. They got him. Throws. Nope. Either way, they stopped it. Incomplete and taking over the ball the New England Knights with 1:41 to go.
The game's not over yet. The Knights can't start to celebrate.
That's why I said it could be the game ender.
You're right. And with the fact that the Miners still have 2 timeouts, it's going to be big.
It's going to be crucial. I'll tell you what, the big thing that happens now is that New England must get a first down.
They have to at least get 1 or 2 first downs to just push the chains. They need to. I say run the ball for the most part.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. It's the safest way to go.
I mean, unless you pass it deep enough to the point where you have people in case of an interception. But I say run the ball. It's the safest way to go.
If it falls incomplete, you lose it down and you stop the clock.
Right.
So 1:41 to go, 1st and 10. New England on their own 44. 1:41 in regulation, 14-7 New England. Moore under center. Takes the snap. Hands to Tusko, who stopped immediately.
Oh, and recovered by Nipa.
Let's see. It's Nipa ball on the 41-yard line.
Damn.
And they only get 6 seconds off the clock. So now the defense only gets a breather for about 10 seconds, and they have to come back out and earn this one. Oh, my goodness.
This is a slobber knocker.
It's more like getting sloppy. This is getting very sloppy at the end.
Both teams.
Yes. Maybe it's just getting really tired. I mean, they got to be sucking wind after playing in the heat for the most part of the game.
You're right.
95 seconds to go, New England by 7. 1st and 10 from the 41 of New England. Miners have the ball. Antosh on the center. Barks out the signal. Takes the snap. Looks at the pass. Looks right. Throws. Right. Tried to do a screen pass after his first option was pretty much killed by D. Brown, who was right in his face. So the second try was to Saxton, and it fell incomplete. 1:28 to go. 2nd and 10. And that also helps the Miners when they throw an incompletion, because not only that, but they don't have to waste the timeout.
Right.
So very, very itchy moment here for the Knights.
Man, this game has got me sweating, man. I swear I got buckets under me.
You sure it's not the Red Hot press box?
That's a possibility.
Minute 28 to go. Antosh from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off. That's
Damon Saxton.
And the clock's got to run. And they call a timeout. With 1:20 to go, it'll be 3rd and about 5. A gain of 5 on the play.
And this is where Antosh has been very crucial on 3rd down conversions. He's been very sporadic, whether it be he either gets it or he doesn't. I mean, granted, that's the whole game, but in the first half, he was great on 3rd down conversions. Second half, he's been very all over the place.
But a couple of times with his running skills, and he has come up big in some of these pressure situations.
Yeah, you're right.
So after the timeout, it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Miners at the New England 36.
Each team only has 1 timeout remaining. And now, if you're the Nipa Miners, you don't want to take your other timeout too early.
No. I was wondering why they were running on that. But they got 5 yards.
Yeah. I think Antosh might be getting a little tired.
And they may have tried to keep, catch the Knights off guard with that.
Right.
They've been doing nothing but pass for the last 5 minutes. Antosh under center barks the signals out. And a flag on the play. Let's see where this goes again.
And it's going to be
against the Miners.
False start against the Miners. And that'll erase the 5-yard run.
And that also is their 13th penalty for 115 yards. They've really shot themselves in the foot tonight, too.
You're right, they have.
The Knights have only had 5 penalties for 35 yards. And don't worry, I've been keeping it in my head all night. So, 1st and 10 from the 41, that's where they started. With 79 seconds to go in the game. Antosh under center. Barks out the signals. Takes the snap. Looks to pass. Looks left. Fires.
Completed. I don't know. I thought he was down. 1 down. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Miners. Oh, my goodness. He went down, but nobody bothered to tap him.
I think there was a nice player that jumped right over him. I think he thought he didn't get it.
So Kendrick scores. And, oh, my goodness. He was on the ground. All he had to do was touch him.
There was a knight that jumped right over him. I think he thought it was incomplete.
He must have. And now it's 14-13. And Schergen has a very big kick here.
Yes, he does.
He misses, and they are in trouble. But Schergen's showing himself pretty good so far.
Come on, D. Brown, get in there and block it.
1:04 to go. 14-13 Knights. The snap's the spot. The kick is up.
It is good. And we're more likely going to go into overtime. We got a minute left. The Knights get the ball out. DC with 1 timeout. Wow.
And a defensive effort by the Knights is spoiled by 1 play. 1 play. All they had to do was touch him on the ground, and he had nothing but time to get up and run it. And they did tackle the guy. Mitchell tackled him, but into the end zone.
And I think I have to say, I mean, I think it was Brandon Johnson that was covering the receiver, and I think he must have thought it was incomplete because he jumped right over the guy.
That's why you got to stick with the guy at all times. You can't let up on a play; it'll hurt you.
I know. I think better be safe than sorry. You should tag him anyways.
Yep. So 1:04 to go here. The Knights have to do something quick. Oh, they're going to overtime.
All right, guys, let's get our big guns out there.
Come on, fans at home. If you're listening, let's hear you.
Well, we can't hear you, but your computer can.
Yeah, please make some noise. We need some help right now. Tonight's they're going to have to atone themselves here with 64 seconds to go in regulation and a deadlock at 14.
And with this being a defensive game, it's going to be very hard for the Knights to get any offense.
What you got to do now, you got to get a good return.
You need a good return.
So 18 and Johnson are back deep. They're at their own 18. Schergen to kick it. And it's up. It's a squib kick. And it goes all the way back to the 10. It's touched. Seaton can't pull it out. There goes Seaton. Seaton squares by 1. And he's brought down at the 11-yard line. They'll have a long field with 50 seconds to go. And overtime looks pretty good right now.
And that was Ivan Schmidt, not Seaton. That was number 81. Ivan Schmidt. Seaton is 83.
I thought it was Seaton for a minute, but I got 80 and 81 mixed up. I'm sorry to the Seaton family if you're listening.
All right, guys. We need 90 yards in 50 seconds.
And Mark Moore does bash on the arm a few times. He has overthrown a couple of guys, so he can pitch the ball deep. 1st and 10 from the 12. They need 88 yards. They do have 1 timeout. And every time they get a first down, it stops the clock. Moore under center. Moore set. Hands off. They're going to go to overtime as Chisholm gets up. Chisholm gets the first down.
And that stops the clock.
And the clock's still running. They got to stop it. Why aren't they stopping it?
What the hell is going on?
Stop the clock.
Okay. Now they stop it.
Yeah, they got to fix this. The clock stops after a first down.
It should be brought back to 45 seconds.
And so it's a timeout night.
Wow. That is not cool. Well, is that NFL rules or NCAA rules?
I don't know what we're playing. It seems like it's half and half.
I think they made up their own rules.
Nah, this is Charlestown.
But either way, it's 1st and 10, 30.2 seconds, and overtime is looming on the horizon. This is crunch time.
Play clock's going now. Moore under center. 1st and 10 from the 24. Takes the snap. Hands off, and down goes Chisholm. And that'll do it for regulation. That's why just let the clock run out. Yep, it looks like it, and we're going to overtime. We're deadlocked at 14.
Wow.
10 on the clock, and they're just going to let it run. But I'll do it for regulation. We're deadlocked at 14 apiece between the Knights and the Miners. You're listening to AutosportsOnline.net. Coverage of the 2008 night season.
So
overtime.
So let's see how they run overtime. 15-minute quarter, I guess.
It's sudden death. First team to score wins. We'll be back with the start of overtime.
Oh, my.
So the coin toss for the overtime is won by NEPA, and they will receive. The Knights will have to defend to start overtime. That's a 15-minute overtime, and the first team to score wins. Ken Kendall, Gregory with Vincent Apicella, and Vinnie, what's up?
And this is where both defense and offense have to shine. They need to defense needs to shut them down, and the offense has to go for it. But there's a conference with the officials at 50-yard line, and I don't even think they know what to do during overtime.
Well, they're playing NFL rules here, so Catella will kick it away.
And this needs to be a very, very good kick.
To Jackson Day and El Baka. Muhammad El Baka. So this is a battle of wills here as we go to overtime. And the funny thing is, if you go 15 minutes and nobody scores, it's a tie.
Yep. Well, this looks like it's a level of competition here in the RAFL.
It's pretty good.
Let's roll, boys.
Catella set. He will kick it off. Jackson Bay again back deep with El Bata. There you go. Not a great kick, but it gets a good sound. Picked up by 40. And right there to get him on the Knights at the 34-yard line.
And number 40 is Robert Toner. Robert Ink Toner. And the toner is running low.
Yeah, especially in my coffee machine. So 14:50 to go in the overtime. First team to score wins. It's a sudden death. This is how it should be played.
Yeah.
I don't like how in college you start at the 25 and work your way in and each team gets a shot.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
No.
I mean, in baseball they have extra innings, and whoever wins after the full inning wins.
Yeah, I knew all about that in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I sat through 15 innings at Yankee Stadium with that one.
Wow, 2 overtime games for you in a week.
Yeah, the first handoff goes up the gut to Saxon, and it goes nowhere, maybe a yard.
And these guys have to be winded. They have to be.
Oh, yeah. So it's second down and about 9. It gained 1. Oh, it looks like they gained 2. So big plays here. New England can stop them here. The punting hasn't been exceptionally good for the Miners.
No, it hasn't. I think the best punt was the first one that Johnson brought back to the touchdown.
Yeah. So Antosh takes the snap, and it's a running play. Uh-oh, it's open field. Out of bounds. At the 38-yard line of the Knights, and the Miners got something going here.
I thought you went out earlier than that. But I'm not down on the field.
And I'll tell you, ever since that touchdown by the Miners, they have all the momentum.
Yes, they do.
And they wind the clock up. But the clock doesn't matter right now. Not at all. And I'll tell you, if the Miners pull this one out, they really pull it out of a body cavity, I can't say, after all those penalties.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Antosh under center. Takes a step. Hands off. And it goes forward. Moves forward for about 4. At least 2nd and 6. So 2nd and 6 for the Miners. We are deadlocked at 14 apiece with 12:50 to go in the overtime. Again, the first team to score wins. So here we go. Antosh is moving his team down the field here. They got a shorter field here. Antosh on the center. 2nd and 6 from the 34 of New England. Takes the snap. Hands off. Goes nowhere. There are flags on the play. The play kept on going, so it looks like an offside against New England.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Coach Moody must be beside himself right now. We could have been on the bus on the way home.
So it'll now be 2nd and 1 from the 29. Oh my goodness. He's Huckleberries from Scranton. Clock is under 12 now. But again, that clock means nothing. Antosh. Probably try a little draw play here. Back to pass. Looks. Gets ready. Fires. No one in particular. It's 3rd and 1.
I guess the intended receiver was number 40, Robert E. Toner. Or Robert Isotoner.
So 3rd and 1 here for the Miners. It's closer to about almost 2. That is the 38, and the ball's just to 28, and the ball's just inside the 30. So it looks almost closer to 2. Antosh trying to get this team a win for Napa, who's 2-0. Under center. Takes the snap, goes forward. He got it. He skins the open field. They attack him, but it's down to the 18, and now it's getting very crucial for the Knights defense.
Yes. You are absolutely correct. Napa needed that. Yeah, needed that first down.
I don't know.
All props to Antosh to getting it.
How did Antosh get to that line?
I don't know.
Well, here we go. We're deadlocked at 14, 1st and 10 from the Knights 18. Antosh takes the snap, hands off, straight ahead, pulling forward and knocked backwards, but they're gain of 3 to 15. It'll be 2nd down. And I think they're really into Scherzen's field goal range now. But it's not a given. Still about 32 yards. But the Knights need to stuff them here for a loss.
They need to back up those chains. They need to back them up. They need to get those. They need to get the ball.
Come on, folks at home. Let's hear a little defense chant. They need it here. 2nd and 6 from the 14. Antosh barking out the signals with 7 on the play clock. Gets it off. Hand off to Saxon, and it's knocked down behind the line. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but now it's 3rd and 6. And if he got anything, it might have been a yard.
And the clock's still ticking.
Yep, it will be because he has a rush. The time's on their side right now.
Yeah, seriously.
And it was no gain on the play. It's 3rd and 6. I'm telling you, Jersen's got to be getting ready for a field goal try just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's down there with his helmet on. Well, under 10 minutes to go in the overtime, but that doesn't matter. It's 3rd and 6 from the 13. Antosh barks out the signals. Moves over his fullback to the right. Antosh takes the snap. The pitch. And around the corner to the goal. Out of bounds.
But it'll stop the clock.
And they're not saying you got 1st down, so.
No, he did not get the 1st down.
It's down to the 10-yard line, and it's going to be a 27-yard field goal kick. Where's Antosh going to go for it?
They're going for it.
Uh-oh. This is the play of the game right here. They call timeout. Nice. Just knocked over.
Well, you got to say, either team that wins this earned it.
Yes.
It is a definite.
Definitely. I think if they lose this one, Volpe's not going to be too happy.
There were definitely a couple of missed opportunities, especially the biggest one being right over here where the ball was caught. And I think it was Johnson. Don't quote me on it. I think Johnson jumped right over him and thought it was incomplete. But better be safe than sorry. He should have been at least tagged him.
So 4th and 1 from the 10-yard line for the NEPA Miners. New England has the biggest stand they have to make in this very young season coming up. Again, 4th down, 1 yard to go from the 10. They got to get to the 9.
They need to stop those shooting.
And a false start NEPA. That could be a false start on NEPA. I think it is because they blow the play dead. So that's 5 yards.
Yes, it is. That's 4th and 6. And now
They got to kick.
They have to kick. Because Sebastian Scherzen is coming out to the field.
They will attempt a 32-yarder.
This is a nail-biter. Freddy Krueger must be cringing right now.
I'm cringing right now. The play of the game here, 4th and 6 from the 15. Scherzen will try a 32-yarder. Holding it is Matt Sancook. The Magic commentator snap the spot. The kick is up. It's blocked. It's blocked.
No good.
It's blocked.
Nice ball.
It's blocked.
Nice ball.
And that was number 30.
How was this score was from the Neepa Miners?
So Outlaw with a blocked field goal, and then Knights have new life with 9:25 to go in the overtime. It's locked at 14. Yeah, that's that one.
Wow! I can't believe that. Holy moly! And it'll be nice ball, nice takeover, 1st and 10 from their own 20, it looks like. From their own 22. 9 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Mark Moore coming out, leading his troops into battle, and uses the shotgun. With one back to his left, 4 wide receivers. And here comes the snap. Moore, he's got it. He hands it off to John Chisholm. Chisholm's got it. And he runs into a roadblock. Wow, he got 2 yards, and he just knocked him dead like a government mule.
Wow. Or, well, government mule, that's actually, the mule's actually a Republican. So he knocked John McCain on his ass.
Whoops. It's not SWE regulated.
Oh, yeah.
It's not out for other kids.
Yeah, I just want to make a habit of that. It's just been such a great game, you know, the adrenaline, we're not on the field, but the adrenaline just going. More from the shotgun, 2nd and 10, they didn't give him anything on that. Looking deep down the field,
and he flipped. That was is that Johnson, number 15?
It's 14.
14, Coop. He flipped and went down. But either way, it's 3rd and not 23.
Someone messed that up.
I think it'd be 35, 34 maybe.
It's like a 3. Someone screwed the pooch on that scoreboard. 3rd and 4. From the 29, and it's under 8 minutes to go. And the ref is calling time for something. Okay, what's going on here?
Knights are in a huddle. And the clock is starting.
So they reset the play clock, and the Knights actually had a couple seconds to get themselves back in sync here. They need a 1st down here, definitely. They're so far in their own territory, they got to at least gain some yards. Moore takes the snap.
And Moore's taking it himself.
Goes right. He got the 1st down, and he's got it. He's got the 1st down.
And Moore new life into the night.
I was hoping Moore doesn't hurt himself there.
He's the only QB.
Because Moore got hurt last year and twice.
Right.
Now, because Moore had the problem with his legs, and the way he bent down after getting hit.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it. 14 apiece here, 7 minutes to go in the overtime.
This is monumental.
The Miners have 3 timeouts left. The Knights have 2. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line for the Knights.
And now the clock is coming into play.
Yes, it is. I don't want to tie. It's like kissing your sister. I don't mean yours. I'm just saying in general.
I kind of figured it. Moore taking it himself again. Why does he keep taking it?
He handed it off. And 1st down, New England, as Morton brings it to the 50. He shovel passed it.
Oh, okay. And Garfield grabbed the pan of lasagna and ran with it.
I hope 34 is Garfield, because if it's not, I'm going to have a real egg on my face.
He's right about that. Oh, we both are. I mean, it could have been Joseph Lineberry, who marked the number 33. Or Millen Sabata, not marked at 36. We don't know. So we've been calling him Garfield Morley all game. We're going to stick with it. If we're wrong, we'll update you next week, and we apologize. Okay.
Under 6 minutes to go, 1st and 10 from midfield. New England with a 4 wide receiver set. When Chisholm in the backfield, and Moore working from the shotgun, takes the snap. Looks to throw. Downfield, he's out there wide open. And that's Coop. Down the 30-yard line. 1st down, New England, 20-yard pass.
and now they have the momentum. 5.5 minutes left to go. Wow.
And now, we keep going, but if you get close enough and you don't get a first down, you can send Katara out there.
Yeah.
Timeout, Miners. Woo! First down at the 35-yard line. Because they said he stepped out of bounds.
Oh.
But, hey, that's still 15 yards we needed.
You're damn right it is.
Wow. And Coach Volpe is out there to talk to his whole staff. You're listening to nice football. It was a deadlock at 14 apiece in overtime with 5:28 to go. It's coverage on audiosportsonline.net. We'll be back in 60.
Okay, and we're back. 14-14, 5.5 minutes left to go. First and 10 back, more in shotgun. And here's the snap. High snap, almost fumbled. And he passes it, intended to Ivan Schmidt, and it's incomplete. But the clock stops at 5 minutes, 22 seconds. While Ken Dog is updating our owner, Steve Fleischman, on the score.
And I'm back.
And, wow. This game is a white-knuckled, edge-of-your-seat thriller. We wish you could be here in person in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
And not a single fan has left.
You're right about that. All 150 of them.
And we urge everybody that's listening to come out to Berlin next week to see us play our home opener. But we're far from that right now. Moore from the shotgun takes the snap, a low snap, gets it. Fires, overthrown, intended for Coop.
While you had Rivera pretty much wide open.
I saw that one. He had slipped by the defender, Shepton. It'll be 3rd and 10. Both teams still with 2 timeouts left. Whew. Wow. Again, recapping everything. 5:21 to go in the overtime. We're deadlocked at 14. 3rd and 10, New England on the Miners, 35. Moore from the shotgun, a 4-receiver set. Takes a snap, a low one, gets it. Runs around, has some pressure, throws. Intercepted by the Miners, but right there is Coop to knock him down to 22. And with 5:18 to go, we are back to square one.
But at least they have a longer field to work with.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord. 5:18 in the overtime.
And that was Kendrick who intercepted it. The wide receiver playing defensive back.
That's actually a pretty good strategy. Put a wide receiver out there that has good hands to intercept the ball.
True.
All right, nice defense to all you people listening. Defense, let's go.
So Antosh will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line of the Miners. 5:18 to go, and the clock is definitely in play now.
Yes, it is.
The snap, the handoff, and getting about 5 yards is Saxon. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from, or no, it's going to be 2nd and 4. They gave him 6.
Oh, man, this game is going under 5 minutes to go in overtime.
Oh, boy.
teams have had golden opportunities, so this game has been pretty even.
And the referee called for the play clock to be reset. For what reason, I don't know. And the clock is stopped at 4 minutes 46 seconds.
I don't think the clock ever started. The game clock, the play clock.
The play clock was down to 18.
Oh. Again, 4:46 to go. 14 apiece. 2nd and 4 for the Miners on their own 27-yard line. And we're set to play here. Here we go. Antosh under center. Split receivers. High formation. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking long. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Joe Polisek. It's 3rd and 4. Whew. I'll tell you, if Polisek gets that, he could go a long way on that one.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, split the defenders. My hand is literally trembling from this. Nothing like a good old-fashioned defensive brawl.
Yeah, you're damn right.
So 3rd and 4 from the 27 for the Miners on their own 27. Antosh picks that hands off. He'll get the first down. Nice ball! Let's see.
Oh my God! This game has gone back and forth more times than I don't know. I can't even think of a good one.
And Steve, I just got your text message. I know you're listening now. Let's come on, do something. Just get these guys going, please. 4:24 to go, and we're deadlocked at 14.
Wow! I can't even think of a good one-liner for this one.
My hands are trembling. This game has been fantastic. A knockdown, drag-out brawl of defensive will. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it.
You're right. This has been a 95% defense game.
1st and 10 New England at the Miners' 31-yard line, 4:24 to go. Mark Moore is under center. 2 receivers set as an I formation, just like what the Miners were running. Takes the snap. They have a fumble, and Moore gets it back.
And that's slipped out of Susko's hands.
I don't think they were on the same page with that. I think Susko might have been looking for a pitch. So the clock's running. It's going to be under 4 by the time they get the next play off. They only lose 3, which is awful.
Right.
They're still in pretty good territory when it comes to the Miners.
Right. They still have a shorter than half field. And it'll be a timeout night.
And I got to take another break. You're listening to Nice Football Opening Night on AudioSportsOnline.net.
Well, Lord.
Okay, 2nd and 14 New England on the 35. New England must get to at least the 20-yard line, and more likely the 15 if they want to test Catero's legs. 3:55 to go, 14 apiece. Moore pitches it to Mortley. Mortley gets across, gets about 3. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Wow. What a game. I'm sorry, but this game is better than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was, because my Patriots lost. Sorry to all you Giants fans. So New England has one timeout left. 2 for the Miners. Big play here, 3rd and 11. They must get a first down.
And Steve, since you're listening, we're guessing number 34 is Garfield Morley. We apologize if it's not, but number 34 is not on my roster.
If you could, please, if you know who 34 is, please text me quick before I get too much egg on my face. Moore hands it off to Sutter in the middle. Out Brownie, 27. It'll be 4th down. Do you try it, kicking a field goal? Yes, Catero might be coming out. He is.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
This
44-yard field goal attempt coming up for Tom Catero.
Tommy the Toad needs to kick it.
Everybody, listen, stand up. This is going to be big. Are they going to kick it, or do you think a fake might be in order?
I don't know. It depends on who's holding it.
It looks like Justin McEachern. Ooh, boy. Oh, Lord almighty. This is what he did last year. His high was 44.
Wow.
It's blocked. Buffalo has it. First down. It could be a first down. Let's see. Who has it?
Come on. And it looks like Meeple got it.
Buffalo might have lost it going down, and it was picked up by the Miners 2 minutes ago.
Oh, my Lord.
Catero tried to kick, had no chance. He kicked it straight forward and not up.
Greg Volpe's out there arguing with the referee, or at least talking to the referee.
Where's the ref? They get the replay when you need it.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, they're filming again. Let's go take a look.
Like the Miners guys who let us look at the film.
Yeah, I know.
Woo! Footballs while they iron this out.
Well, Volpe's heading back towards, well, no, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. DiMartino's out on the field. I guess this is going to be Meeple ball. 1st and 10. 2:05 left in overtime. 14-14.
Wow. A 2-minute warning, 5 seconds away.
So, 8-minute warning in overtime?
Yes. And I'll tell you right now, the Miners, with that, have 3 timeouts now because of the 2-minute warning.
And at the beginning of this, you said the clock would not come into play.
Not at first it doesn't, but when you get into the second half of the overtime, it definitely does.
Oh, man.
Okay, so the defense is on the field. It will be 1st and 10 for the Miners at the 24-yard line. They have to go 76 yards to do something. And it's big here. The Knights do have 1 timeout left.
This has been all defense, all game. I can't stress it enough.
I don't know how much more this thing can take, Vinnie. So, Antosh under center. Barks out the signals, takes the snap. Rolls left. Brown pressures him. And it's overthrown. Mitchell might have had a shot at that, but it's overthrown, stops the clock at the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 10 from the 24.
Steve Brown got through the offensive line, and he was right on Antosh.
I'll tell you, that front line there of Lewis and Brown have been in Antosh's face all night. And DiMartino from the linebacker position. And this is some excellent defense.
This is excellent football.
So 2nd and 10. Antosh gets the play from the sideline from the coach. With 1:57 and 17 on the clock. And they're taking their time as they go to 10 seconds. Three, two, we got it off. Back to pass to Antosh. Looks like he gets hammered, and the play is incomplete, but there's a flag on the play.
I don't know what it could have been. I didn't see anything from up here.
And down on the ground is Brown, but he gets back up. It's against the Knights for pass interference.
What? I did not see anything.
Or no, pardon me, a defensive holding.
You've got to be kidding me.
5 yards.
Oh.
Well, it's still down to second down, but it's now 5. It's on that first down, actually. Well, if this isn't a tie, I won't be too disappointed, actually, because these teams are even.
Both teams have played their hearts out.
Well, let's not count that yet. 1:51 to go. Antosh barking out the play. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Hands it off a draw play. And a fumble. It goes to the... It goes to the minor, who winds up all the way up to the 45 of New England. It was a fumble, but...
I don't know. I think you could have said that was an intentional forward pass.
Yeah, it was a forward pass.
That really is that's a fishy play.
And the ref is calling it back, I think.
Good. It's about time these referees do something right. That was an intentional forward pass.
I'll tell you right now that you can't say something has been bad. It hasn't been that bad.
No, the refereeing has been very good tonight.
Not so bad, not the NAFL, but this has been better.
Right.
So what's
I'm
going on?
glad the referee saw that was an intentional forward pass. That was no fumble.
Sheesh. We've seen just a bit of everything tonight. Jackson was sticking up on a play. He'll have to come out for a play as he gets up when the training staff gets him off. He'll have to sit out one play. So it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Miners at their own 38 instead of that crazy play that almost put them on the New England 40. And they're running the clock now.
Minute 33 left to go in overtime.
There was a fumble, and there was one of the Knights there to get it, but it was squibbing so bad. I mean, it would have been hard to get it.
Yeah.
We're under a minute 20. 2nd and 1. Antosh under center. Takes the snap, looks to pass, looks left. Fires right. Complete.
He's down.
And he's down.
That's number 80.
Matt Sandcook. So it's 1:01 to go. The Miners have the ball right at midfield. They have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah. But a minute 1 to go in overtime in the game. And this is going to be the longest minute in football.
Yeah, they just called timeout. So they have 1 left. Back in 60. $1:01 to go here. The timeout is just about over. It'll be a 1st and 10 at midfield for the Miners.
So they still got back. Oh, my God, my voice is cracking. They still got back to just about midfield, but it took an extra play and more time off the clock.
About 25 seconds. This has been great. Antosh under center. Pro formation. 2 backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, looks to pass, looks left, goes right, complete. Fumble, and the Knights hit it! And that's Johnson.
Brandon Johnson picked up the fumble. And the Knights have it again.
Oh, jeez.
And the clock is still running.
Why is the clock running?
Oh, no, it stopped at 41.
Woo! They got to put time back on the clock.
Should be at 44 seconds, not 41. This game has been back and forth.
Should be at least 49 seconds.
Yeah, I thought it was like 44, 45 maybe.
Well, let's see what goes on here. The Knights have a chance here. And the ref is going to come over and see what's going on here. I think he's going to reset the clock a little bit. 5-3. 5-1. 10 more seconds back on the clock. It'll be 51 seconds. New England has a timeout. 51 minutes. Wait a minute.
That's way too long.
Somebody's over there falling asleep with the controls.
Oh, man. 51 seconds left to go in the game. Nice ball. 14-14, first and 10.
Whew! More from the shotgun, 5 receivers. Back to pass. Looks okay. He's got a man open. First down, New England.
And that's Ricky Rivera. His first.
That's 2.
Number 2.
That's Torres. That's Jose Torres.
His first reception of the game. And they're inside the 20.
Yes, they are. No, that's a 25.
Oh, that's a 25.
Oh, my goodness. Hang on to the roof.
This game is going right down to the edge.
The clock is now ticking. They have plenty of time, though. Thrown to end zone. No chance at all for
Ivan Schmidt.
I double up there. He threw to the corner of the end zone, but it was in double coverage.
Yeah.
That was not the best idea.
No, it wasn't. He took a huge chance. Luckily, he went out of bounds.
But stops the clock, though, and they get some time to regroup.
38.9 seconds in the game.
That's Torres' first reception.
If any game is a game that you want to buy on CD, this is the game to buy. We do sell our CDs for $10. What is the clock doing? It's running. Why is the clock running? The clock should... Now it stops at 28.6. It should be at 38.
Yeah, because the clock never ran when they did the play. It never ran.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
It did?
Nope.
Oh. I should have sworn it did. All right, we're at 28.6. All right, folks. Under 30 seconds in the game.
Oh, goodness. It's 2nd and 6.
Oh, doctor. I know that wasn't directed at you, Steve.
Although, is there a doctor in the house? I'm close to having a coronary.
I think 95% of people here and listening are.
More from the shotgun. 28.6 to go. 2nd and 6 from the 26. More set. Takes the tap. Back to pass. Moore goes right. Looking to throw. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. With 22.4 with 3rd and 6 now.
Intended for Schmidt again.
Moore had no chance at that. He was throwing on the run. He was throwing across his body there because he couldn't set. And when you throw across your body, you can't get anything on that ball.
No, you can't.
From there, it would be a 43-yard field goal, so it's a yard closer for Cotero, but after that last kick, I'd be a little bit scared to try anything.
Yeah.
And look at this. The Lions have a guy in the end zone.
Yeah, I see that.
They're guarding against the long pass.
Which means it's perfect time for a short pass.
Cotero's going to go for it at 3rd and 10.
What the hell are you doing? I'm sorry, that was not smart. I am not one to question Coach Greg Volpe But that was not smart at 3rd and 6.
Why do you try to take a field goal on 3rd down?
You just gave the ball away. Because now sweep the ball inside the 20 with 9.3 seconds. And
what the heck was that?
We could have had one more play, could have gotten the 1st down and brought it in. I'm sorry. I have to question Greg Volpe.
Someone screwed that one up. I don't know if it was Volpe. Maybe somebody thought it was 4th down.
I don't know. I have to question somebody on that one.
I'm sorry, Coach Volpe, if you hear this later. I'm just saying, I was wondering. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect you, obviously.
We just want to know what the hell happened. But it looks like we're going to have to settle for the tie with 9.3 seconds unless a miracle happens.
Oh, here we go. Antosh on the shotgun. He'll probably just hand it off. Let the time run out. I'm going to try some Fumbler-Rooski play. Back to pass with Antosh, and what's going on here?
What the hell happened? There's no flag.
It's against
NEPA. 6.5 seconds. 1st and 15.
So, 1st down.
Much better game than last year's opener.
Yeah. Back to pass with Antosh.
Gets hit! That's a fumble!
That's not a fumble at all, actually. That's incomplete pass. The arm went forward.
Really? I could have sworn he knocked it out of his hand.
Yeah, as long as your arm's going forward and throwing it, that's an incomplete pass. Much as I want the Knights to win, I have to be a little bit bipartisan in the fact of the rules.
1.5 seconds left to go. 15.
This is a miracle. This one's heading for a tie. But what a great, excellent tie it will be, but let's see what happens here. Looks like they're just going to kneel on the ball. They're in that formation. Antosh gets it and kneels, and that will do it. And that was the best tie in football I've ever seen.
Wow. That was awesome. I have to give my hand to New England Knights and the NEPA Miners. They both played a hell of a game.
I'm still wondering, why do you go for a field goal on 3rd down?
I don't know. That's going to have to be discussed on the bus.
Yes.
I do not know what the thought process was behind that. I really cannot tell you. But for you people listening at home that have been listening for the entire game, you guys have just heard the best football game I have ever seen.
And the NEPA Miners remain undefeated at 2-0-1. The Knights are 0-0-1. My players of the game are, for the Knights, Nick Susto on offense with over 100 yards rushing on the day. Great game for him. And my defensive player of the game, E.J. Lewis. 3 batted balls, a sack and a half, and 1 interception. So, that was a good game. Final score, 14-14 in overtime, a tie. And we head home for our home opener next Saturday in Berlin.
Next Saturday, 6 p.m., Stage Park, Berlin Turnpike in Berlin, Connecticut. Please visit our website at www.neknights.com. Wow, that's all I can say.
Anything else you want to say?
Thank you for listening to us on AudioSportsOnline.net. And this is once again going to be the launch, the very first program ever played on Sportswire Entertainment Radio.
And for Vincent Apicella, I'm Ken Gregory, and when all's said and done, there's nothing more to say. Have a great night. 14-14 tie between the NEPA Miners and the New England Knights. See you next week at Sage Park in Berlin. Have a great night.